You are tuned in to the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show on Clear Life Media and galvnews.com. Tonight we have the Yellow Jackets from Galena Park coming down to Texas City to take on the Stings. We have all of the action. Plus, on our pre-show, we talked to some of the players and the coaches about what tonight means to them. And we also went and talked to some of the students in Texas City, including the Galveston College Student of the Week. Stay tuned. We have more coming up on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show.
Key to the victory is making as little mistakes as possible.
Go Stings!
The Galena Park Yellow Jackets take on the Texas City Stings on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Watch live on Clear Life Media and galvnews.com.
Hello and welcome to the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show on Clear Life Media and galvnews.com. We're broadcasting live from the Doyle Convention Center, where the United Way Galveston County Mainland have their kickoff campaign for 2022, and we're going to have more about that later on in this pre-show. Tonight on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week, we start district play as the Texas City Stingrays take on the Galena Park Yellow Jackets. We spoke with some of the players and the coaches, and we're going to get you all caught up and ready for tonight's game. But first, we're going to talk to James Lacombe of the Galveston County Daily News. I'm now joined by James Lacombe of the Galveston County Daily News. James, we got a big matchup tonight, Texas City, Galena Park. What can we expect from these teams?
Well, this is a really pivotal part of the season. We transition from non-district games to now Texas City and Galena Park are both getting ready to start district play, and it's a pretty big time matchup. I mean, Texas City 2-1 in their non-district games. Galena Park's a perfect 3-0, and none of them have really faced easy competition, I would say. So it's going to be a great test for both teams to start out district, and it's going to be a tough district throughout pretty much. And both teams obviously are teams that made the playoffs last year, and they want to do that again. But also last year they were in different districts, so kind of a fresh matchup and one where they're really going to be able to kind of test themselves against each other and really see what it's going to take to make the playoffs again this year.
How do these high school students prepare for that switch between preseason play versus district? Because we see it in college football all the time, non-conference versus conference. It's kind of the same thing. But how do you get 17, 18-year-old kids ready for something this big in this kind of event tonight?
I mean, to me, the district games are almost like mini rivalry games in themselves, to where, if, the kids can't get excited for a big-time district opponent, and district play in general, then they're probably going to have a tough time this season. So I don't think it's going to take much from the coaches to get the kids excited for this. It is interesting, they haven't played each other in a long time, these two teams. So there's not a lot of history there, but I think they both realize, that they're both good teams, both have their eyes on making the playoffs, and the first step's going to be tonight, and whoever wins this is going to put themselves in a good position early on to, be a playoff contender.
Awesome. James is going to have more on both teams, Texas City and Galena Park, later in this pre-show. We would like to take a moment to thank all of our amazing sponsors for tonight's broadcast, including Ron Carter League City, the United Way Galveston County Mainland, Texas First Bank, and Galveston College. Without these amazing sponsors, we would not be able to bring this action to you free of charge. So say thank you to them and let them know how much you appreciate what they're doing to bring positivity to education. Still to come on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show, we spoke to some of the coaches and the players from both Galena Park and Texas City. And we highlight some of the students in show choir and talk about the upcoming performances that they have this school year. All this and more, stay tuned.
I'm River Dickman from Texas City High School. Go Stings!
Nobody said it would be easy. We do it anyways, and we've been doing it for years. It became our mission, a mission to give back to the community. Because this is our community too. It's at the heart of every phone call, meeting, and sale. Here at Ron Carter League City, our community is you. Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. Ron Carter League City, you deserve it. To learn more and shop our inventory, visit roncarterleaguecity.com.
Welcome back to the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show. We are broadcasting live from the Doyle Convention Center, where the United Way Galveston County Mainland kicked off their 2022 campaign. So excited about tonight's matchup between Texas City and Galena Park. But first, I wanted to sit down with the executive director of the United Way Galveston County Mainland about what they have going on this year. I'm now joined by the executive director of the United Way Galveston County Mainland, Leslie. First of all, thank you for sponsoring our broadcast tonight. Tell us a little bit about what's going on here today at the Doyle Convention Center.
Sure. Today at the Doyle Center, we had our 67th annual United Way Galveston County Mainland campaign kickoff. That's a mouthful. So basically what we did today was we brought in all of our top donors, our supporters, the philanthropic companies within Galveston County Mainland that like to give back to the community. And so we have a luncheon once a year, and this is their opportunity to come. And we had a client testimonial, and we talk about the updates of the United Way, and it just officially kicks the campaign season off.
What is the goal this year for the United Way Galveston County Mainland, and how can somebody help reach that goal?
So this goal this year is $2 million, and I'll break that down for you. There are $1.3 million of that allocated already and committed to the nonprofit agencies within Galveston County Mainland. A lot of those were here today. And so those dollars are pledged, are committed, and then we have about 100,000 of the $2 million that we hold aside for emergency grants that come through. So at nonprofits, there's not a lot of funds set aside in reserves for if an air conditioner breaks down, or if they need their parking lot repaved, or if a natural disaster comes in. So we keep about 100,000 a year just set aside in case there's a grant that comes through, a request. And then the remaining 600,000 is the operating cost, and some of those are related directly to the programs. We have a system that we utilize called Charity Tracker, and so each of our agencies get free access to that. And it's a way for case managers to be able to track when a client receives assistance. So it just helps kind of prevent a duplication of services. And that's just one of many things that we utilize to make sure that we hold the agencies accountable and that we're very transparent with the donor dollars. What I am happy to announce is that the way that we've structured this year is that all 100% of employee donations out of their paycheck, whether it's that or a direct gift, will go right back to those organizations. We're able to sustain our operating costs off of our special events. Those are our golf tournaments, our skeet shoots, our banner sales, our cook-offs. And so 100% of contributions that come through employees at our campaigns are going right back to the organizations.
And that's so huge. But what makes the United Way Galveston County Mainland so unique and different? Well, obviously that's first, but how else do you guys kind of help with that?
So it's really important that people understand what role we play. If you give a gift to an organization, a direct gift, it's an unrestricted gift. There's really no guidelines as to what they can or cannot do with those funds. But when you give to United Way, and again, we don't hold a penny, we give all of those right back to the organizations, but we're able to use our resources to vet the organizations that are going to receive the funding. Are they doing their audits? Are they, filing the proper paperwork they're supposed to be doing? Do they have a governing board? Do they have a diverse board? Are they, helping a diverse group of individuals in the county? And so those are things that we're able to help track. And then quarterly, these agencies have to report back to us how many clients they saw, how much funds they utilized. And if there's funds that were remaining at the end of the year that they didn't, use, they have to give back to the organization. It goes right back into the pot of funds.
Wow, that's awesome.
My name is Ken Anderson from Texas City High School, and you're watching Game of the Week on Clear Life Media. Go Stings.
Earlier this week, I was actually able to go to practice and interview some of the players and coaches at Texas City about the upcoming matchup with Galena Park. Here's what they had to say.
The things that we're supposed to do, we went back to basics, taking the right step, coming, tackling with the right hand, making sure your head's not in the way, just back to basics of football.
I'm now joined again by James Lacombe of the Galveston County Daily News to talk about the Texas City Stingrays and their chances tonight. What are some of the keys for them?
Well, I think, there's no secret to what Texas City wants to do on offense. They're a ground and pound type of team. They have a big old running back and Caleb Bell to make that offense possible, that type of offense. I think just the key for them offensively especially is going to be limiting their mistakes. Despite the varying scores they've had in their non-district games, they've never really had that much trouble moving the ball. It's just like we saw in the Ball High game 2 weeks ago, or 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's more about holding on to the ball and not, having so many turnovers that's kind of stymied their offense.
Right.
Defensively, they've been solid throughout non-district play. I think that's going to be a big strength for them too, is their defense. They've got a lot of speed on defense and can really get after opposing teams. So yeah, just in general, stay focused, take care of the ball, and just play their game, and I think they can be successful.
You'd be shocked how many teams say if we can limit the mistakes that they're going to win. That's kind of the key. I talked to Sean Evans, head coach of the Texas City Stings, and he said, man, there's a lot of pressure on these kids as they start district play. And he goes, there's a lot of pressure on me. My mortgage is tied up in these kids, And it was a little funny joke, but it was something that shows the significance and the impact. How can Texas City get prepared for a district game against an opponent that they haven't played in district play before?
Yeah, I can only imagine what Coach Evans is feeling at being his first season as head coach at Texas City and getting ready for this first district game. And it's certainly no pushover they're getting also. So, I think sorry, what was the question again?
The pressure.
The pressure, okay. So I think, there is going to be pressure on them to get a good start in district play. There's going to be pressure on both teams to get a good start in district play, but probably more so I'm sure Coach Evans is feeling it with it being his first season here. He wants to get the team off on the right track and, get them back into the playoffs because, he inherited a playoff team from last year that returned a lot of their players to this year's team. So expectations are pretty high, and it all starts tonight with the district opener.
Some of the amazing things that we get to do on Clear Life Media because of the Game of the Week is we actually get to go into the schools and interview some of the students and the teachers about the different programs that are bringing positivity in our communities. And one of those programs is the Vet Tech program, where students actually get to work with animals and train to one day be a veterinarian.
It was honestly the school just put me in it, and I was like, okay, let's go for it. And I started to really get the hang of everything, started liking vet med and wanted to be a veterinarian.
Well, they take vet tech because they feel like they want to be veterinarians when they grow up, but there's so much more to the vet world than just becoming a veterinarian. So we introduce them to the whole world of being a vet.
We do a bunch of hands-on learning. Last year when I took Vet Med 1, we were learning sutures, diseases, and how we could care for diseases and what you feed your dog and stuff like that.
They get to see the responsibility of taking care of an animal and everything that comes with it, and just being able to have the animals here is really good for the kids because in this day and age it's pretty stressful at school for some people, and to have these dogs, they come in and they can just kind of take a break and just kind of cuddle with these dogs, and it helps them to recharge too throughout their day, and it's just a nice break that they can come in here and really truly have fun learning.
It's preparing me for college because I've gotten internship hours, and to get into most colleges to be a veterinarian you need internship hours.
Going to the clinic every day, going to the clinic and handling dogs, watching dogs that come in really sick and just come out better, just come out looking good.
I love animals. I like to help animals, so if I can do anything to help animals, it makes me happy.
What an amazing program where students are able to get hands-on training to one day do something that they hope to do for a living. One of the cool things about high school, at least for me, was I was in the show choir. And there is an amazing show choir at Texas City. We were able to talk to some of the students. Here's what they had to say about some of their upcoming performances.
Soundstations is our show choir. What we do is take the music that we are learning. So this is music that is not necessarily classical in nature. This is more popular music, and sing and dance.
We sing and we dance and we go and we do community performances. Yeah, and we're all just really passionate about what we do, basically.
Show choir, I love singing and dancing, and I love doing them separately. I love doing them at the same time. I just enjoy the aspect of it.
The teachers teach the music, the students teach the dance. The kids are enjoying themselves, number one, but also maintaining the spirit and the community aspects of show choir, as well as the Texas City High School choir program in general.
Support us. We're cool, we promise.
Overall, these kids are really talented, and I'm glad to be here to be a part of this.
If you're just tuning in, remember to share out this video, tag a friend, text it to somebody, let them know what's going on. We have an amazing matchup tonight between Texas City and Galena Park. There are multiple ways that you can tune in and watch tonight. First, you can actually do it on Clear Life Media, Facebook and YouTube. You can also go to clearlifemedia.com. It's completely free. Just sign up and watch all of the action. And then also, we have an amazing partnership with the Galveston County Daily News. You can actually tune in and watch the action on galvnews.com. Thank you, Galveston County Daily News, for partnering with Clear Life Media to bring all of the action tonight. Still to come on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. We went to Galena Park and talked to some of the players and the coaches. Plus, the Galveston College Student of the Week. Still more to come. Stay tuned.
I'm Peyton Lakin, go Stings.
I'm Corey Moss. I'm the Vice President and General Manager of the Valero, Texas City Refinery. It's great to have some time to talk a little bit about Valero and the United Way. You know, we have 6 key values in Valero, one of those being caring. And it's not just caring within the team members of the Valero site and the company, but more importantly, it's about caring in the community. Valero believes in giving back to the community, and it's through the funds and the pledges of our employees and the matching gifts that our company does, we're able to support the agencies of the United Way.
Learn more ways to donate to the United Way Galveston County Mainland and your impact on the community by visiting uwgcm.com.
Hello and welcome back to the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show. I'm Kurt Casper with Clear Life Media. Tonight, Texas City is taking on Galena Park in our Game of the Week special. Now, I wanted to tell you a little bit about how we chose tonight's matchup. So we have 5 schools: Santa Fe, Texas City, Lamarck, Hitchcock, and Galveston. And we picked the best game out of those 5 schools. So Texas City, Galena Park, you're tonight's Game of the Week. We are broadcasting live from the Doyle Convention Center in Texas City, where the United Way Galveston County Mainland was able to kick off their 2022 campaign. We spoke to the executive director earlier about what's going on this year for the United Way Galveston County Mainland.
It's important to us because I was once a client of the United Way. And it's funny because before I was a client, I was a donor. I just gave out of my check. And I did, never noticed it, I just gave. And then when I became a client, that's when it really became important for me to understand what United Way does. And I want everyone who is at a situation in their life that needs services to understand that we're here for them. And the way to get that message across is through the networks like yourself, just to reach those in the community that maybe don't know about us or don't know what we offer.
We were actually able to go to Galena Park and interview some of the players and the coaches. Here's what they had to say about tonight's matchup.
Galena Park football, man. We're not the biggest, but we play our hearts out. We're very well trained. The coaching staff, the faculty here, they're real great. And I think that really accounts for a huge part of our success in these past recent years.
They bought into everything that we're doing, the culture change, everything that we brought to Galena Park. These kids are in the fabric of it. And so they've been through it all. They've seen the whole transition. So it's good to see where they are. They've bought in, and they've really laid a big foundation for the younger kids that are coming up behind them.
That we need to be dogs on both sides of the field. That's the only way we're going to win.
Right. Details. We know they got a lot of tough guys. We know they're very well coached. They're a very well coached and trained program. We're just going to focus on us, focus on the details, focus on what makes us Galena Park football.
We've got to be clean with the ball, you know, no turnovers. We've got to tackle well. We've got to play well. I think the game's going to be won at the line of scrimmage, both offensively and defensively, you know, the O-line, D-line. We're just excited to be a part of the game, just excited to be able to go down there and, you know, have an opportunity for one of us to come out with a victory.
I'm once again joined by James Lacombe of the Galveston County Daily News. And James, I had the opportunity to go up this week to the east side of Houston to interview some of the players and coaches at Galena Park. That was kind of cool to see a different school in a different district. They looked big. They look like a solid team. What are your thoughts about what their keys to success are tonight?
Well, I think you probably noticed that right off the bat. You know, they're going to be big up front, and from what I could gather, you know, doing a little research on them, is they're going to like to run the ball and run the ball a lot and use
ground
those,
and pound.
Yeah, ground and pound. Use those big hog mollies up front to keep the chains moving. From what I gathered, they have a couple options, you know, running the ball, and also their quarterback's a mobile quarterback, from what I understand. You know, I think keys for them are very similar to keys for Texas City. You know, run your offense, limit turnovers, try to have none if possible.
Right.
Because, I mean, that seems like it's the only thing that's going to slow down, you know, a very rugged, run-heavy team. And defense, you know, I think conditioning is going to be a big deal for them, and we've got to see some clips of them practicing before you and I talked. And
yeah, those clips are playing right now. Look, yeah. I've never seen anything, and they actually, when they made a mistake, they had to go back to the front of the line, and then they would go one by one, and I saw them start over probably like 3 or 4 times, and it was hot on Wednesday. It was boiling hot, and they were doing that.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a method to that madness because, you know, Texas City's going to ground and pound on offense, and that can wear out a defense. And same thing goes Galena Park on offense. You know, they're going to try and ground and pound, but eventually that can wear on an offensive line and on an offense. So doing the drills the way that you described, I mean, I think the secret motive is to get their conditioning up and have them, you know, not be tired at the end by the fourth quarter, and what could very well be a very close game.
I want to thank all of our sponsors of the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. They're actually on the screen right now. If you would like to sponsor, if you would like to become a part of these amazing broadcasts that reach hundreds of thousands of people, you can actually send us an email. You can actually send us an email to info@clearlifemedia.com. There's packages available for anybody. Still to come on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show, we have the Galveston College Student of the Week. Stay tuned.
This is Timothy Marshall from the Galena Park Yellow Jackets, and you're watching the Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
Hi folks, my name is Chris Hoot. This is my wife, Diana Hoot. We're with Who's Hoot Realty Group, powered by Keller Williams of Clear Lake. We're longtime residents of Galveston County. We were both born and raised in Texas City, graduated from Texas City High School. We specialize in residential and commercial real estate. So if you're looking to sell, buy, lease, or rent property, please reach out to us. Who's Hoot Realty Group, the ones who can.
Thank you, Texas First Bank, for sponsoring the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Learn more about Texas First Bank at www.texasfirst.bank.
Welcome back to the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show. I'm Kirk Casper with Clear Life Media. Tonight, the Texas City Stingrays take on the Galena Park Yellow Jackets. It's week 1 of district play. The schedules are wiped clean. We were able to sit down with James Lacombe, and here's some of our predictions for tonight's matchup. We are moments away from the start of tonight's matchup between Texas City and the Galena Park. I'm joined once again by our expert, James Lacombe of the Galveston County Daily News. And James, I went to both of these practices, and one thing that stood out, right now in high school football, there's this basketball mentality where they want to score as many points as possible. These two teams, that is not their focus. That is not what they want to do. They want to keep it low. They want my kind of football, you know, growing up a Husker fan, it was that ground and pound, just go to the line of the scrimmage, get 3, get 4 yards. My thought is this, and then I'll ask you your thoughts. If Caleb Bell of Texas City has over 30 attempts rushing the ball tonight, Texas City wins. I know that sounds weird, but if he can get to 30 rush attempts, I'm talking 3, 4, 5 yards rushing. He may not break one out, but if he can do that, they will walk away with a victory. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'd have to tend to agree with that because if he's getting that many touches, that means Texas City is controlling the ball on offense.
Right.
And, you know, keeping their defense off the field and not turning the ball over and, you know, just running their offense smoothly and effectively and, you know, just keep feeding Bell and say, you know, this is what we're going to do, try and stop it. So,
right.
So, yeah, I tend to agree that that would be a big key to victory if they can get him that many carries.
So what is your final for the score? What prediction do you have for the score?
Well, you know, with two running-focused teams that are going to try and control the clock on offense, two solid defenses, I think it's going to be a low-scoring, you know, ground and pound on offense, defensive struggle, whatever you want to call it. I will say, as a final score, Texas City 20, Galena Park 17.
One of the cool parts about tonight's broadcast is we get to award the Galveston College Student of the Week. Here's the one from Texas City.
I'm Jayla Medina at Texas City High School, and I'm Student of the Week.
Jayla was nominated simply because Jada is a role model here on our campus. She is everything that we hope all of our students strive to be, and that is involved as she is in the HOSA, HST, she goes out and competes. So that is one of the reasons why I think she is deserving of Student of the Week.
School spirit is important to me because this is high school. I mean, I've been here 4 years. It's important because you wanna have fun throughout high school. You wanna have fun with anything you do, and high school is a big part of your life, so why not have fun? Always want better for your peers, and don't settle and be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Thank you, Galveston College, for sponsoring the Student of the Week.
Begin your path toward a rewarding career by enrolling at Galveston College. Choose from 50 degree and certificate programs. Galveston College, your home away from home. Learn more at gc.edu.
If you would like to sponsor, send us an email at info@clearlifemedia.com. Todd, Clay, take it away.
Key to the victory is making as little mistakes as possible.
The Galena Park Yellow Jackets take on the Texas City Stings on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Watch live on Clear Life Media and galvnews.com.
You are tuned in to the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show on Clear Life Media and Galv.
All right, it's Friday night. You know what that means. We are here live for the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week as we have the Galena Park Yellow Jackets, the undefeated Yellow Jackets, as they challenge the Texas City Stings on their home turf. I am Todd Moore calling the action here with Clay Roberts. Clay, how you like that?
Man, I'm excited to see it. We were talking before we started. I'm from Alabama originally, but I'm excited to see Texas high school football because let's be honest, nobody does high school football quite like Texas.
You are right about that. So you are in for a real treat as we have the undefeated Yellow Jackets coming off of a solid win over the Caney Creek last week, 35-7, going against the Texas City Stings on their home turf. And right now, we're doing the opening ceremonies for the field. See the ROTC on the field right now. We are going to take a moment of silence, ladies and gentlemen, as they do the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to kick things off with the coin toss here with the team captains. Texas City Stings coming off of a big overtime victory from a team out of Mexico last week. Their only loss was here on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week to Ball High in a nail-biter of a game. They lost by 1 touchdown and was making the drive down the field and just a little too short, too late. Time ran out. Clay, you're in for a real treat tonight as they have Clay Roberts, their power running back. He was at one point the high school football player of the week for the state of Texas.
I believe you mean Caleb Bell? Caleb Bell was the power running back, correct?
Yes.
Yes. You said my name. I am not a running back.
Man, I apologize, Mr. Caleb Bell there, but
all good, man. All good.
Caleb Bell standing at 5'10", 235 pounds.
Those are Derrick Henry. Those are Derrick Henry college proportions on a 5'10" player. That is scary. I'm excited to see what this young man can do.
And we have number 76, Walker Doherty. Number 61, Nathan Guerra. Deontay Woods, number 0. And number 12 from the Texas City Stings, making their way to the field, representing their teams. Got number 10, Timothy Marshall from Galena Park. Number 67 out there, Jorge Garcia. We are checking out the coin toss. Thank some of our sponsors here tonight as we have United Way, Galveston County, Mainland. You guys for your support here tonight. This coin toss brought to you by Troy Chase Realty Group. We're about to see the results of this coin toss and see who's going to be receiving.
You know, this could be a big game for the Stings. You know, you're 2-1. You win this game, you go to 3-1. That's a lot above 500. But if you fall today, you go to 500. It could be a real benchmark for the season. So it could be a big game here for the Stings. It is a big game. Game of the week, as a matter of fact.
This is the first week of district play. So in a lot of these players' minds, I mean, even though they're going in 2-1, it's basically just like a restart of the season, because this is what really counts. It really places you for the playoffs and seeds you for the playoffs is your district play. So how you finish in district is extremely important. So the last couple of games was an opportunity for them to kind of iron out all the kinks.
Absolutely. It looks like we're going to get the Stings kicking off here to Galena Park to start this game off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week is about to kick off. There's the kick. The Yellow Jackets receiving. Nice catch there from number 9, Vincent Lopez, as he takes it right about to the 19-yard line. So we see what the Yellow Jackets can do on this opening drive. They've been preparing all week. Starting fresh, even though they're going into this game 3-0. It's a new start for them as this is the first week of district play. Go ahead, Clay.
Absolutely, and I'm curious to see what kind of offense that Galena Park brings to the field. We were looking at the depth chart before, trying to kind of figure it out. I'm not 100% sure myself. I want to see what they bring. It looks like they have multiple running backs on the field. It's going to be interesting.
Head coach Spiro Amarantos from the Galena Park Yellow Jackets.
And it looks like something must have gone wrong with the kickoff. I think the Stings are having to kick it off a second time. Texas City will be kicking off. So good news for you guys. You get 2 starts to this game today, so get excited all over again.
I'll tell you what, Clay, that's something unusual. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it might have been a penalty, maybe, but I think they're kicking off from the 35. Just something went wrong, but it's okay. It's okay. We're still going to get some football here in just a second.
Man, we missed the penalty call if that's the case. There's the kick. Once again, oh, this time, Vincent Lopez with the drop there. Let's see if they were able to. And actually, that almost put them in a couple of yards higher than they were recently. So now they're sticking it at the 24-yard line for this opening drive. So,
yeah, it looked like the kick came a little bit shorter, but the fumble actually worked out to the benefit of Galena Park. The ball rolled forward to about the 24, so they'll have about a 5-yard better start than they would have previously. We go now. Galena Park will take the ball at the 24-yard line. Look at this. We talked about before the game, will they be running an option? And we saw it there, but Texas City was all over it. The Stings stopped it. It looked like it might have been a 1-yard short stop there on the option play.
Number 12, Daniel Gomez, the sophomore out of the Yellow Jackets. No gain on that particular play, so that leaves us at 2nd and 10.
Absolutely. It looks like it'll be 2nd and 10 here, maybe 2nd and 9 based on the spot, but yeah, the interesting thing about the option is if it works super effectively. If it doesn't, oh, here we go. 2nd down.
Quick handoff. And once again, trying to drive it right up the middle. The Stings and right there to punch him in the mouth.
And already starting a pattern of stopping this option play. Again, if the option can't get going, it could be a long day for this offense. We'll see what happens as patterns start to develop throughout the game.
Yes, indeed, Clay. Let's see what the Yellow Jackets, what adjustments they make, because now they are 3rd and 9. Here's they're going to run it one more time. Quarterback Daniel Gomez taking the snap. Quick handoff to number 3, Jordan Balderas. Got about a 6-yard pickup. It's not going to be enough for the first down as he runs into a wall of Stings.
And that's a very good defensive stand right there. Already setting the pace, already saying you might run the option, but we will hit you if you touch that football. Oh, but look at this. Look at this. I believe they're going for it here on 4th down.
I like that. 4th and 2. Oh, is there a quick? It looked like there was a quick offsides. Not certain.
Did they draw the offsides?
Man, be quite the break for the Yellow Jackets if it goes in their favor. But it's looking like I think I could have sworn I saw the offensive line, someone from the offensive line, make the jump.
Yeah, maybe the ball moved early. Let's see. We're waiting for the officials here. Oh, 1st down Stings. They stopped him.
Wow.
It must have been the ball maybe moved early, and that's what caused the defensive jump. I'm not sure, but either way, Stings football, good news for Texas City.
Head coach Sean Evans looking to kick things off in this district play. A solid win here tonight. They've been featured here previously on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Their only defeat to Ball High in a nail-biter of a game. Lost by 1 touchdown, and that was one heck of a game play.
Absolutely. I'm hoping we get something maybe similar. Maybe Texas City isn't hoping for that in a similar fashion, but we are going to get to see I'm excited to see what this offense does. I'm excited to see Caleb Bell operate. I've heard a lot of good things.
Caleb Bell kicked off the first game of the season with 200+ yards of rushing. This man has a lot of power behind him. Quick handoff to number 21, Ricky Green. Picks up a modest gain of about 2 yards. It's going to be second and then about 8.
Absolutely, and trying to get that running game going early. I listened to both coaches in different interviews. Coach Sean Evans was talking about how it's fundamentals in getting the run game going and establishing those patterns early. And that's what we're trying to see here from both teams, getting the running games going.
Keep an eye on him, number 22, Caleb Bell. And there he is. They hand it off right to him, run him right up the middle. About a 3-yard pickup there for the high school football player of the week for the first week of gameplay here in Texas. And that's a huge deal, Clay.
Absolutely. An interesting thing to note about that last play is that number 3, Clyde Burton, was able to move out, and there was no one that stayed on him. They all focused on Caleb, so I'm curious what's going to happen here. Maybe they'll run that screen play here in the next few. And there it is.
Number 1 right there, handed number 3, Clyde Bruin, as he makes his way. Nice pickup there from the junior. Out of Texas City. Go ahead, Clay.
And we called it. We called it on the previous play. As they motioned him out, no one followed. They're all looking for that early run game. And Coach Sean Evans with the brilliant call to go and get our Stings down inside the 11.
Nearly in first and nearly almost in first and goal. We got still first and 10, but they're pretty darn close. Quarterback number 1, Joey Duran, on the move, and he makes the right there. Hit the numbers and bounced off the chest. That's a heartbreaker, Clay.
Absolutely. You know, it's one of those, it was a little bit of a busted play to begin with. Good job on Joey Duran to kind of get outside the tackle box, make that throw.
Intended target, Trini Garcia. Those are plays that he needs to make.
Absolutely, but the good news is there's a lot of football left to play. Don't get in your head about it. Go out and make another play.
Good advice. Just shake it off and keep it on moving. Quarterback Joey Duran in position. Quick handoff to their primary weapon, Caleb Bell, as he plows through the middle, picks up a solid 7 or 8 yards.
Absolutely. It was that sweet play, and he just banged his way through all those defenders, not letting any one player bring him down. He's saying, I weigh 235 pounds. It's going to take at least 2 of you to bring me down.
One-man wrecking crew, Caleb Bell. He is a fun player to watch. His second time featured here on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. This next play will be brought to you from B&O Construction, as we are third and about 4 here in this first quarter. Quarterback Joey Duran. Once again, a handoff to their primary weapon. Bell, touchdown, number 22.
And that was just easy. That was easy running. I'm sure it wasn't easy for those offensive linemen, but you see, they're shrugging their shoulders. They're like, easy, easy money, as Caleb Bell just runs in for his first score of the day, first score of the game.
Wow. Man, what an opening drive, Clay.
Absolutely, setting the pace, and it all started, let's not forget, it all started with Galena Park trying to go for it on 4th down, giving great field position. These are the patterns we're seeing early.
Looking like number 46, Anthony Sanchez, out of the Stings, and the kick is no good. Score is 6-0, Texas City. 8 minutes left to play. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick break.
Dina at Texas City High School, and you're watching the Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
Nobody said it would be easy. We do it anyways, and we've been doing it for years. It became our mission, a mission to give back to the community. Because this is our community too. It's at the heart of every phone call, meeting, and sale. Here at Ron Carter League City, our community is you. Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to see how the Yellow Jackets respond. They were shut out in that first opening drive, and now this is a chance to see what adjustments they make. And you got to wonder, how does that affect their confidence, Clay, with something like that?
Well, here's the good news if you're Galena Park is that it's early. It's early in the game, so get that ground game going if you're Galena Park. If you're trying to establish your run game and try to get things going, you can't let the scoreboard affect you. Play every drive like it's a 0-0 score. So we're going to get to see what happens. Well, it'll just be interesting to see as we go on, because the option run game is not great at making comebacks a lot of times.
As you were saying, there's still a lot of football left to be played. We still got 3.5 quarters left as we are still in the first quarter. Number 46 from the Stingrays, Sanchez, kicks it off.
That was a better kick than previously.
Once again, number 9, Vincent Lopez, makes a run and stops right at about the 20-yard line-ish.
That was number 19. That was Amari Trepanay on the tackle, and he just lowered the shoulder and stuck him right there.
Heck of a hit. First and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
I'm Galena Medina at Texas City High School.
Number 12, Gomez hands it off. And once again, another heck of a defensive play from the Stings.
Absolutely. The Stings are just stuffing the middle. I think they've got about 6 or 7 men in the box. They're trying to move up and just prevent that run game at all costs. Galena Park's probably going to have to try to bounce a run outside or try to get some movement on the outside, because right now they're just not getting anything up the middle early on against the Texas City Stings.
And they are sticking with their guns. It's about 3rd play in the row where they just ran it up the middle. Texas City has always had an answer for them.
It's trying to set a mindset. You want to be the tougher team. You want to be the tougher team. Sometimes you might need to be the smarter team. Let's see what they go to here. Again, and they'll pass over the top.
Short pass, short gain there. Gomez, completion.
You know, it's not a home run hit, but it's something. Yeah, you're getting the patterns going. You're getting these short little drives, these short little plays.
3rd and 4 for the Yellow Jackets. And that was a good, smart move. Change it up a little bit. I think that was the first pass that we've seen from Galena Park thus far. Short pass, short gain, but it'll be enough as they do a quick handoff on the 3rd down. No gain on that. If anything, a short loss.
Absolutely. Texas City has shown up ready to stop this run.
Is my Irish good now or not?
Coach Amarantos of Galena Park was complimenting how well-rounded and coached Texas City Stings are. They are living up to the hype.
Yeah, and they said we're not going to give that offense another short field. We're going to make them earn it if they're going to score on us again. We'll see a punt here from Galena Park. Good end-over-end punt.
27, Barboza with the punt.
He's stuffed short. He got nothing on that return. Good punt, good tackling there by Galena Park.
Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a quick break.
First 10. This is my wife, Diana Hoot. We're with Who's Hoot Realty Group, powered by Keller Williams of Clear Lake. We're longtime residents of Galveston County. We were both born and raised in Texas City, graduated from Texas City High School. We specialize in residential and commercial real estate. So if you're looking to sell, buy, lease, or rent property, please reach out to us. Who's Hoot Realty Group, the ones who can.
The Who's Hoot Realty Group, the ones who can. And we're going to, here on the 1st and 10, as the Texas City Stings take it over. Oh my goodness, Caleb Bell, just one-man wrecking crew, plowed through, and he is at the 20, the 10, touchdown, Caleb Bell.
My goodness.
235 pounds of power.
And he got behind every bit of it, Todd. He put his head down, he put his shoulders down, and again, he said, you're not going to tackle me with one person. He might be a young man, but that's full-size force coming down on you.
It's approximately about a 60-yard run there for the power running back from the Texas City Stings, and they are making a statement here tonight, Clay.
Absolutely. I'm interested to see now what's the sideline of Galena Park look like, because you gave them a short field and they scored with the run. You gave them a long field and they scored again with the run. That can be demoralizing. It's going to be up to Coach Amarantos to see if he can try to get to get his sideline back up, and it's up to Texas City to get that energy up and stay motivated.
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us.
My name is Ken Anderson from Texas City High School, and you're watching Game of the Week on Clear Life Media. Go Stings.
Hi, I'm Anna with Legacy Collision. We are a female-owned collision repair facility.
Treat everybody like family.
We can fix almost anything, and today we are going to fix his bumper up right. 7887 FM 2004, Hitchcock, Texas, just south of the blimp base. Come on down and see us anytime. If you have any questions, give us a call, 409-440-8900, and let's get to fixing this bumper.
And thank you to Legacy Collision. Give them a call at 409-440-8900 as we are once again about to kick it off after a second score from the Texas City Stings. Man, I'm still impressed from that 60-yard run there from Caleb Bell. It's going to be a long night for Galena Park unless they can make some adjustments here. We're still in the first quarter of play. A lot of story to be written tonight.
Absolutely, and it's gonna be up to both sides to write this narrative. Let's see exactly what's gonna happen here.
Number 46, Anthony Sanchez with the kick, and that one is going to be ruled out roughly at around the 21-yard line.
This will be the best field position Galena Park has had all night. I'm very curious what the play call will be here and see what Texas City is going to do to try to keep an eye out for maybe some crazy pass play or something to try to get the energy back up on the side of Galena Park.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next play will be brought to you by M6 Global Defense as the Galena Park Yellow Jackets looking to remain undefeated. Kick off their district play with a solid win here tonight. They have a tough task ahead of them as they are taking on Coach Evans and the Texas City Stings on their home turf.
You know, and I was listening to Coach Sean Evans do an interview earlier in the week, and he talked about treating football and teaching these kids like you're farming. You know, you plant the seed on Monday, you water it on Tuesday, you may not even get that harvest till Friday, and right now they're harvesting that hay and throwing haymakers while they're at it.
Coach Sean Evans, one heck of a coach. See what he's done with this program. Complimenting the student section, saying that it's the best in the country. He's got a lot of support here tonight. As a quick handoff there to number 9, I believe that was number 9, Vincent Lopez out of the Yellow Jackets.
Second down. Absolutely. And again, Texas City swarmed to the ball. It was a short gain. But they were there as soon as the opening presented itself, preventing that from being a long stretch downfield. About 2nd and 6 here.
Quarterback Daniel Gomez on the move now. Short gain of his own. He's finally brought down.
An excellent job downfield from Texas City. Galena Park had 2 different receivers running downfield, and Texas City had all men covered. That's what caused that to be a run. Now it's going to be 3rd and 1 here. It's big boy football. Are they going to try to run it again, try to establish that run game? Texas City looks like they're ready for it.
Good answer from the Yellow Jackets. Let's see what we got here. Oh, offsides there. Looked like it was going to be on. Let's see what they call it on.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be offsides, but offsides I don't think would have stopped the play, so I'm curious. It might have been a false start. Maybe a neutral zone infraction. It is on Texas City, so that will give the first down to Galena Park.
That was number 54 there. Good break there for the Yellow Jackets. They are moving the chains. They'll take it any way that you can.
Yeah, you don't want to do that if you're Texas City. You've done a good job of restraining this offense. Don't give them first downs if you can help it.
And interviewing the players earlier this week, we had Timothy Marshall saying the team that makes the fewest mistakes will win here tonight.
Absolutely, and that's echoing the coaches. I heard both coaches say that exact same sentiment.
I want to do that next year. I said, well, this was last year.
Quarterback Gatewood brought down on 2nd down.
Short gain there, just steady, slow but steadily plowing through picking up those yards.
Yeah, you know, and there's nothing wrong with a methodical drive. If you can keep the ball out of the hands of that running back on the other side, then it's going to be probably the best option for you. Because so far, that defense has had no answer on the other side of the ball. So maybe try to have a methodical drive here. Let's see what they're going to do.
This next play will be brought to you by Water Grove Event Venue out of Dickinson, Texas. Quick handoff there to number 3, Jordan Balderas, as he is brought down.
I believe at the line of scrimmage, too. Again,
wow.
Texas City has about 7 guys in the box right now. They're daring Galena Park to run it. Galena Park has taken that dare and coming up short so far.
Texas City, it's hard to break through that line.
Yeah, they're getting stung. As the namesake says, Galena Park is getting stung trying to come through that line here on about 3rd and 7.
You see Garcia on the move. Oh, almost a disastrous play there. It's a heck of a defensive play by the Stings as number 7, Evan Simmons, comes up big, stopping the catch.
Absolutely, and Daniel Gomez got rocked on that one. As he rolled out, he was met in the backfield. I didn't quite catch who it was. Daniel Gomez got smacked down. He had a tough time getting off the canvas.
We can shake that off.
This will be the 2nd punt here. So far, the story has been just this Texas City defense showing up ready to play.
Go with the punt. 3 minutes left in this first quarter of action.
Oh, that was almost blocked there. Yeah, and it caused that punt to be a little weeble wobble there, and it bounced back in Texas City's favor. Looks like they'll most likely get the ball at about the 25. Good job. Good job from number 14 there. That is Zyron Scott getting high five from the coaches as he made it back there and made that punt a little wobbly.
Quick shout out to Affordable Air and Heat. Affordable Air is everywhere. As the Stings, 1st and 10 for the Stings, they take the ball over right about the 24-yard line.
Absolutely, and it's gut check time here for the Yellow Jackets. Galena Park's got to step up and stop this run game. And, you know, maybe if you're Texas City, you got to lead. Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball deep. Keep them honest. I mean, it's going to be a pass.
Joey Duran on the move.
Oh, but he's got nowhere to go. Throws the ball away. Good play there. Good play there by Joey Duran. That's a smart play.
The junior out of Texas City, showing his football IQ there.
Very smart, very smart. You see, he had pressure in his face. There was nobody open. He didn't force the pass. He threw it. He got out of the tackle box and put the ball on the sideline. That makes it 2nd down.
Credit given and credit where due, as the Yellow Jackets were just swarming all over Duran. Forced him to have to kind of waste that play.
Oh, and looks like there must have been some kind of penalty. I missed it. Did you by any chance see what it was? Because it is now 1st and 20 for the Texas City Stings.
I didn't catch what they threw the penalty on.
I apologize, folks at home. I missed it. I was calling. I thought we had a good play, but I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Well, regardless, it is now 1st and 20 for Texas City.
Let's see what they can do. Duran, once again, on the move. Pass to number...
It's number 8, I believe. I'm trying to see from where we're at.
Number 8, Kenyon Parker.
That's right, Kenyon Parker.
As that is going to bring them a little bit closer.
Yeah, and they got all those yards back. That basically was a reset button there. Again, really good play. Really good play. Joey Duran really showing up here today. Texas City showed up to play. They lost those yardage before. He got them right back. That basically puts him back to where he threw the ball out of bounds. Very smart there. Very good play.
2nd and 10 for the Stings as he pitches the ball off to number 23. And I think the ball stripped.
The ball come out.
Let's see who recovered it. They're going to rule it a fumble. It looks like the Stings still remain with the ball.
A good hustle, good recovery there.
Solid gain there of about 5 yards as we are now in 3rd and about 4.
I believe that was Ronaldo Solis on the recovery. Good football IQ there. Good job picking that ball up and keeping this drive alive.
Yeah, heck of a defensive stop for the Yellow Jackets if they can stop the Stings here. Duran, shotgun formation. Making it a quick adjustment.
Quick play change here. Coaches saw something they didn't like. There's a screen.
Quick pass to number 3, Clyde Burton. As
Well
he
done.
picks up the first down, moving the chains.
It's going to get him up to about the 45.
Good enough for a first down.
Really good job. And we're seeing good balance here already from the Texas City offense. We're seeing passing, we're seeing running, and this is sort of what I was wanting to see from this drive because they established the run already. So now let's keep them honest with the pass. Let's get out there and let's keep them on their toes. If you can keep this defense on their toes all game, it's going to be a great night for Texas City and this football team.
Nice connection there from Duran to Bruton. We are 1st and 10 for the Stings. Shout out to Grease Monkey, Oil Changes, and more. As we see the Stings trying to make it downfield. Oh, penalty on the play. Let's see what happened here.
I believe there was a player in motion for Texas City. I'm not sure. Let's see. False start on the offense. That's what we've got.
Oh, man. After a heck of a play there, now he's going to drive him back.
You know, you can't keep shooting yourself in the foot here. You can't keep going and having these penalties. I mean, good drives die whenever you get these penalty yardage. You've got to keep that momentum going forward and stay disciplined.
Yeah, well said there, Clay. It's going to put us at 1st and 15 now at the 40-yard line. Joey Duran. Quick handoff to number 22, Mr. Bell.
And they were ready for the big man that time. They got a hat on the ball. They met him in the hole. They found out exactly where he was going, and they said, "You are not running again this time."
You have to know that the defensive coordinator from Galena Park, Chris Morales, preparing all week to take this man on, Caleb Bell.
Absolutely, and it's going to be on him. It's going to be on those coaches to keep that motivation up on the side of Galena Park. Can't get discouraged, especially this early in the game here as we wind down with the final minute of the first quarter.
2nd and 12 for the Stings. Shotgun formation. Duran looking for his opening. Oh, almost picked off there.
My goodness.
Trying to make the pass to number 22, Caleb Bell. Go ahead, Clay.
And that is the penalty issue. That's the issue with the penalties. You've backed yourself up so you can't run as many plays. You can't run, the run is removed with these long yardage downs. So now you have to pass, and the pass is easier to predict when it's 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13.
Good defensive play there from Galena Park as that puts it now at 3rd and 12.
Absolutely, and we've got a 3rd and 12 here. And this is what I'm talking about. You can try to run the ball, maybe run it out to the first quarter. You have the lead, but they're going to pass. It's a
Short
screen.
pass there to Caleb Bell, number 22, as he plows through the middle. I think he picked up the first down. Wow, did you see that, Clay?
Oh, my gosh. You know, God didn't make cornerbacks that could stop 235-pound running backs, and we're seeing that right here. Oh, my goodness. He's a truck. He's a truck. How do you stop a semi with more than one person? That's what I'm saying. You got to get more heads on that dude.
Caleb Bell.
It looks like the Stings are going to let this first quarter just run out here, be content with a first down.
The scary thing about Caleb Bell, he is only a junior.
Oh, goodness.
We're going to be seeing him next year.
He's going to be even bigger and faster, I bet.
Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Book your next event, wedding, quince, or party at the elegant Water Grove event venue off Interstate 45 in Dickinson, Texas. Overlooking the Dickinson Bayou, there is space for every event. From the large ballroom to the game room, there's plenty of fun activities for your guests. Visit thewatergrove.com to learn how Water Grove is the destination for you.
You're watching the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week on galvnews.com and Clear Life Media. Presented by Grease Monkey Oil Changes and more. Get one service and get the second one at half off. Bring your car to get serviced by the Grease Monkey in Texas City. Affordable Air and Heat. Affordable air is everywhere.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to our sponsors that are helping us here out tonight. A&A Machine and Fabrication and Texas First Bank. Thank you, guys, as we are 1st and 10 to kick off the second quarter here for the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Quarterback Joey Duran. Quick pitch to number 8, Kenyon Parker. Parker now. Oh, the hurdle jump over the Galena Park player into out of bounds. What an athletic move there.
Wonderful play, but there is a flag down on the field, a flag on that far side, possibly holding. Holding, maybe a block in the back. Let's see.
My goodness, that was one heck of a run there.
Absolutely, and a brilliant play call there by the offensive coordinator.
See if they're going to pull it back or if that was against the Yellow Jackets. Still awaiting the announcement as we await that. I want to give a shout out to Galveston College and thank them for their sponsorship here tonight.
Yeah, it's a real shame because it looks like it's against Texas City. The first down will stand, but however, they will not get the yardage they picked up. Or, well, let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to see what the chains are doing here. It looks like it's about 1st and 5. So I'm unsure what happened there. I missed the referee's call. And it's a shame. That was a great call by Blake Schmidt to fake it to Caleb.
Yeah,
and then pitch it around the outside. It was a really good play call that's, I believe, wasted due to this penalty.
So we were given notification that was offensive holding against Texas City, so only a 5-yard gain there. Quarterback Joe Duran, quick handoff to Bell as he plows through once again for another first down.
You know, feed the hot hand. If he wants to keep running, just keep feeding it to him. He's going to keep running up the middle all night, and it's up to Galena Park to try to find a way to stop him.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Receive $500 off the purchase of a new or pre-owned vehicle at Ron Carter League City. As Caleb Bell picks up another first down, we are 1st and 10 at about the 32-yard line for Texas City. Quick handoff to number 3, Clyde Bruton, as Bruin finally brought down at about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, and he said Caleb's not the only one that can run tough. I run tough too, as he lowered the shoulder there and got those tough 5 yards.
Texas City working for their yards.
You know, and this is just classic football. It's run to set up the pass and pass to keep running.
2nd and 6 for the Stings. Shotgun formation there for Duran. So he's looking for his opening, and he makes a connection to number 9, and number plows through. Touchdown, Texas City.
My goodness, when it rains, it pours, and right now Galena Park's in torrential downpour. Texas City Stings laying it on here early in the 2nd.
19 points on the board, unanswered for Texas City. Let's see if kicker Anthony Sanchez put exclamation points on that run and seal the deal. And as you were saying earlier, Clay, a lot of football left to be played, so that is not all she wrote just yet.
Yeah, absolutely, but I mean, if you got to be feeling pretty good if you're on the Texas City sideline, you got to keep that energy and just keep playing football, one down, one drive, one play at a time.
We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us.
I'm Jayla Medina at Tech City High School, and you're watching the Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
Nobody said it would be easy. We do it anyways, and we've been doing it for years. It became our mission, a mission to give back to the community. Because this is our community too. It's at the heart of every phone call, meeting, and sale. Here at Ron Carter League City, our community is you. Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. Ron Carter League City, you deserve it. To learn more and shop our inventory, visit roncarterleaguecity.com.
Gentlemen, Troy Chase Realty Group leads the residents of the Bay Area on the path to home ownership. Find your dream home with Troy Chase Realty Group. We are about to kick it off once again after another Texas City touchdown.
You know, when you got to start asking, you're talking about finding your home. You think Texas City's finding their home in this end zone tonight?
Great shot of what I believe is their ROTC program as we see some push-ups on the sidelines there. Trying to do a push-up for every point on the board.
Oh,
they
my
got
goodness.
20 push-ups for Texas City as number 46, Anthony Sanchez, about to kick it off to the Yellow Jackets. It's their home turf. Got a great packed crowd here tonight. There's the kick.
There's a low kick, too.
And they referees blowing the whistles. Let's see what happened on that play, but they rule it. Number 27 caught that one from the Yellow Jackets, Isael Barboza.
Yeah, I believe because the kicker pulled up just a little bit that one of the Texas City players might have gone off sides. We'll see what they call here.
Shout out to United Way, Galveston County, Mainland. Let's see. They were calling him down, so we will. So they're going to go ahead and place the ball at about the 30-yard line after that kick.
Interesting.
And just, I guess when he caught it, they ruled him down at about that 30-yard line.
Yep.
And even though he was not touched, not certain what the referees were calling there.
Yeah, I believe maybe when he picked the ball up, scooped the ball up from the ground, maybe his knee was down. Not 100%, but regardless, Galena Park has the ball at the 30. Not bad field position. See what they can get going here on offense.
Still have time to even the score. 20 points on the board for Texas City. Quick handoff there. They run up the middle for a short 3-yard gain.
And the thing about this option offense is there's a lot of movement, a lot of running, but if you don't get any yardage, that offense gets a lot more tired than the defense does.
That was number 24, Jonathan Gutierrez out of the Yellow Jackets, running up the middle. It actually made a solid 5-yard gain.
It was a good run, and that's kind of what they need. They just need something here.
Quarterback Gomez once again hands it off, and it's looking like they're going to be moving the chains. Good first down pickup.
Absolutely, and so far a good drive for Galena. Texas City needs to get their mind right. They might be thinking that they've got a big lead, but it can close real quick.
A solid 2 plays there for the Yellow Jackets. It's the best they've looked all night. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going, as you were saying, Clay. Gomez now, another quick handoff down the middle to number 21, Francisco Martinez, as he is brought down at about the 46-yard line. Another first down pickup, moving the chains. The Yellow Jackets are looking hot right now.
You're seeing that energy start to pick up. They've come into this drive with a purpose. Get some points on the board. Establish yourself. You didn't come all the way to Texas City to get blanked 20-0.
And this is what they needed, Clay.
Absolutely.
Break that momentum from the Stings.
Absolutely. And look at this. Very smart. Good job there. Good job on Coach Sean Evans to call timeout. Slow down this momentum.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break.
This is Timothy Marshall from the Yellow Jackets, and you're watching the Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
Over the Top Waffle Shop is now open in Mainland City Center. Fresh waffles, delicious flavors, and all the toppings. Come try it today. Over the Top Waffle Shop. Thank you to Troy Chase Realty Group for sponsoring the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Get your dream home with Troy Chase Realty Group and learn more at troychase.com.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again to Troy Chase Realty Group. Check them out at troychase.com. This next play will be brought to you by Legacy Collision, as we are 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. They are looking the best that they've looked all night.
You know, and I got to believe Coach Sean Evans was in that huddle saying, you know, guys, you can score 3 touchdowns in 3 quarters. Get your mind right. Stop these guys right here.
And I agree with you, Clay. That was a smart play from Coach Evans and just breaking the momentum. That was the, as we were saying, the best that the Galena Park has looked all night, and you don't want them to start to gain confidence. So call a timeout, catch a breather, and then restart. So 1st and 10 here for the Yellow Jackets. Quick handoff. Solid 5-yard pickup there, maybe a little bit more. Absolutely. From number 3, Jordan Balderas. the junior out of Galena Park, as he makes a solid run as we are now 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and Galena Park right now is living 5 yards at a time. They're not trying to chunk off these big runs. If it's there, take it. If it's not, get what you can. We're going to have 2nd and 5 here on about the 43.
Quarterback Daniel Gomez takes a snap, hands it off.
This one goes a bit more in Texas City's favor. They're able to stop it for maybe about a 1-2 yard gain.
Solid defensive stand there from Texas City as we are now 3rd and about 4.
And look, I know the score is 20-0, but this right here could be a big, big play to determine the momentum swing. Texas City needs to step up, stop this conversion, because you got to believe they might be in 4-down territory or early here for the Yellow Jackets.
This 3rd down will be brought to you by M6 Global Defense as we have another Yellow Jacket handoff, and this is going to be close. May have to measure this one, see where they spot the ball as the Yellow Jackets try to plow through, and that's going to be a close one. And they're going to, let's see what the Yellow Jackets decide to do here, Clay.
Yeah, it's about a yard to go. It wasn't as close as we thought it was from up here. But yeah, obviously, like I said, I think this is 4-down territory. Let's see where this momentum goes.
And I think they're going to go for it, and I agree with that play.
Yeah, but what do you call here? Because so far, Texas City has stopped the last couple up the middle plays. It's going to be interesting to see what the play is.
They're going to have to take some risk against a team as coached as well as this, and they're going to pick it up. Nice run there from Balderas as he's able to pick up the 1st down for his team. 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
And that was very smart play calling there from Galena Park. They got Valero on the move. They got him motioned and moving. So by the time that play had started, he already had a head start on everyone. So he just had to hit the line as hard as he could and get 1 yard. And that's exactly what we saw right there.
And Clay, this 1st down will be brought to you by B&O Construction.
Yeah, and we're seeing Galena Park construct a hell of a drive right here.
Agree with you there, my man. Another quick handoff to number 21. Francisco Martinez, and he makes a solid drive there to about the 19-yard line. Once again, 1st down, Yellow Jackets.
Big run. Again, this is that momentum moving forward. It's what we're seeing here from Galena Park. They've decided this is their drive. This is where they're going to put their flag in the ground and say, this is our territory. We're going to move the length of the field if we have to, and we're going to make something happen on this drive.
Clay, what do you think? Do you think that the Texas City defense is starting to get a little fatigued?
I think they started paying attention to the scoreboard. They weren't playing one play at a time. They started getting in their heads about that.
Play called dead. Curious to see what the referees call here.
Yeah, keeping an eye on the officials here.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Receive $500 off the purchase of a new or pre-owned vehicle at Ron Carter League City.
That's going to be on Galena Park, moving them back a little bit.
Man, that's a heartbreaker after all the momentum they've gained. And they've ruled that a delay of game.
Absolutely, and this is what both coaches talked about. We heard the interviews early in the week, and they both preached about fundamentals and discipline, and those are the kind of plays you just can't afford to have if you want to win this game, especially if you're down 20-0.
1st and 15, Galena Park. Let's see what they can do with it. Quarterback, Daniel Gomez. Another quick handoff down the middle. I believe that's the number 21, Martinez. He's able to, I believe, pick up about 3 or 4 yards.
And
go ahead.
So I apologize for interrupting you. That, in a sense, is sort of a trick play because you overload one side of the ball, but then run it the opposite way. You're trying to confuse that defense. But Texas City stayed balanced. They stayed where they needed to be, and they stuffed the run so they couldn't get much of a break off of it.
That is going to put us at 2nd and 12 for the Yellow Jackets. And I hate to see that. You can start to see that momentum that they had gained. Starting to get flustered there now.
Yeah, let's see. They're still back in that sort of option wingback style. See what goes here. And again, just stuffed. The ball was handed off, and Texas City was there to shut it down.
Number 21, Francisco Martinez, trying to plow through the middle, ran into a wall of stings.
Absolutely, like running into a hornet's nest there. And we talked about it early on. This option offense is not great for leading comebacks. It's a lot of run plays, which kills the clock. And so as you're trying to make your comeback, you're fighting against yourself. So I'm curious, what kind of pass plays do we have here on a 3rd and long?
They're going to need it. 12 yards to get to that first down. Quarterback Daniel Gomez opts to hand it off to number 24, Jonathan Gutierrez, as that's a loss of about 4.
Good perimeter defense, good speed there by Texas City. Meet him at the perimeter, let no man past you, and they shut that play down in the backfield to stop the 3rd and long.
Let's see how the Yellow Jackets answer this.
You know, you may want to kick a field goal here. Get some points on the board so the scoreboard doesn't look so desolate.
We have 4 minutes left in this first half. We are in the 2nd quarter. I am Todd Moore calling the action here with Clay Roberts as we are watching one heck of a football game here tonight for the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week.
They're going to go for it. And look at that. They've got their wingbacks out wide. So most likely be a pass play. What's going to happen? No.
Oh, nobody there for Gomez. And that's going to make the Stings pick it up at about the 28-yard line.
You know, must have been a miscommunication there because that ball went to no one. You know, I'm not sure if maybe the receiver was supposed to come back to the play, or maybe the ball came up short. But either way, works out great for Texas City. Stops that momentum on that drive.
Thank you to Galveston College, Water Grove Event Venue, Affordable Air and Heat, Grease Monkey Oil Changes and more, A&A Machine and Fabrication, Texas First Bank, and Who's Hoot Realty Group. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to have such a wonderful night of action here tonight, as we got the Texas Stings picking things up here at about the 28-yard line.
And so far, it has been all Stings through 2 quarters so far.
Joey Duran, quick connection there to number 23 as he is making his way down the field. Maurice Burton finally brought down at about the 49-yard line. Solid connection and run there.
Absolutely, and it was a sweep screen. That's the danger of getting the run game going. If you make all the defenders commit to the middle to stop the run, you're going to have someone open on that perimeter. That little sweep screen that they kind of ran there got the player out, got him out there to about the 50.
And this first down will be brought to you from Affordable Air and Heat. Affordable Air is everywhere. As we are on the 49-yard line, quarterback Joey Duran. Shotgun formation, quick handoff to their man Bell as he plows through the middle. Solid 4-yard gain there for the junior from Texas City.
Absolutely. And Caleb Bell, I don't know him. He might be a nice guy, but he runs mean. He puts his face mask on you, and he wants you to he makes you bring him down. And I don't think one player on Galena Park has been able to do it yet.
2nd and about 7 for the Stings. So we are here in a beautiful night, Friday night under the lights here in Texas City. Shotgun formation for quarterback Joey Duran. Another handoff to Bell, number 22, as he runs up the middle.
Here we
Can he go? He's at the 20, the 10, and touchdown, Caleb Bell.
My goodness, we have talked about his power all night. We've talked about his toughness. We've talked about his aggressiveness. But did you see the speed as he split the safeties there and just carried himself away into the end zone? I believe, is that 3 scores for Caleb Bell tonight?
I believe so. 3rd touchdown for Caleb Bell. There was one other one. I can't quite remember off the top of my head which player, but now they're going to see if they can get the extra point. But that sits us at 26 points to 0 for the Texas Stings on their home turf. Junior. We have number 46, Anthony Sanchez. The kick is good. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Texas First Bank, for sponsoring the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Learn more about Texas First Bank at www.texasfirst.bank. A&A Machine and Fabrication, LLC is a full-service machining and fabrication facility in Lamar, Texas. Thank you, A&A Machine and Fabrication, for supporting the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Learn more at aagroup.com. A&A Machine and Fabrication. Quality people making quality products.
You're watching the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week on Clear Life Media, presented by Galveston College. With more than 80 certificate and associate degree programs, learn more at gc.edu. Water Grove Event Venue. Water Grove is an elegant event venue in Dickinson, Texas, overlooking the beautiful bayou. Water Grove. Elegance at every event.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you see the score, 27-0 for Texas City Stings, as they are leading the way here as they host the Galena Park Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets coming into this game 3-0 against the double tough Texas City Stings. Here we have Anthony Sanchez with the kickoff, and solid catch there from number 5, Jonathan Rentiera, as he runs down the middle. Finally brought down at about the 38-yard line. Solid run there.
Absolutely. And what you'll start to see in games like this as they start to get away, players will have plays like that, and they'll try to get everyone back in the game. It's going to be up to those players that have the energy to distribute that to the rest of the team. Bring that energy back up. Remind them you're still in a fight. Come out and be respectable, and let's make this into a game.
We have 2 minutes and 32 seconds here in this first half. If there's ever a time that the Yellow Jackets need to score, they want to go definitely into halftime with something on the board. Quick handoff down the middle. They've been sticking with that play all night.
Absolutely, that run up the middle. It's the run up the middle to the right side. And I think the head coach, Amaranos, is seeing something on that side.
2nd and 5. This second down is brought to you by United Way Galveston County Mainland. Want to thank you guys. Let's see how the Yellow Jackets, see if they can pick up the first down as a quick handoff. And it's going to be close, Clay.
I believe he got the first down. It'll depend on the spot, but he was very, very close there. And I'll say this, I think Galena Park's having more success when they get a man in motion and get him the ball. Those short run plays aren't doing as much, but getting a man in motion and handing him the ball in a sprint, that's where they're finding success.
This first down brought to you by M6 Global Defense. Over 100 years of experience at their hands. Here we go. This first down, about 2-yard pickup there.
And Texas City needs to find that global defense here. Imagine every single drive, every single play is a play that could turn it around, and you got to stay on your man and make sure you're playing good fundamental football. That's what Sean Evans was talking about all week.
2nd and 6 here for the Yellow Jackets. Minute and 17 seconds left on the play clock. I think that was a faked handoff there from Gomez as he tries to run it up. Makes a modest gain there. As it is going to be now 3rd and about 4. This is going to be a big play here.
You know, and let's shout out someone we haven't talked about all night. Jermaine Anderson, the defensive coordinator, has absolutely found a way to stifle this option play. The option is a tricky puzzle to solve, and so far he's solved it.
Great job there from Coach Anderson. He has led this defense to shut out the Yellow Jackets thus far, but as soon as I say that, they pick up a solid first down.
Yeah, and it was, again, they got the man moving, and if you look at the play clock right now, there's only about 23 seconds left on the clock. What is Galena Park going to do? They're going to take a timeout.
And as they take that timeout, we're going to also take a timeout, ladies and gentlemen, so stay with us. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Hi, I'm Anna with Legacy Collision. We are a female-owned collision repair facility.
Treat everybody like family.
We can fix almost anything, and today we are going to fix his bumper up right. 7887 FM 2004, Hitchcock, Texas, just south of the blimp base. Come on down and see us anytime. If you have any questions, give us a call, 409-440-8900, and let's get to fixing this bumper.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you see it, 27-0, Texas City Stings, as we have 23 seconds left in this first half. I want to take a quick shout out to Galveston College, Water Grove Event Venue, Affordable Air and Heat, Grease Monkey Oil Changes and More, A&A Machine and Fabrication, Texas First Bank, and Who's Hoot Realty Group.
Absolutely, a big thank you to all of our sponsors here tonight.
As we have 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets, and they need something big here before they go into halftime. Hand off to number 24, Jonathan Gutierrez, as he makes about a 5-yard pickup.
Gutierrez is running hard, but as we're seeing here, the problem is they've struggled all night to get the simple run game going. They've had a few little breaks here and there, but when you try to get these big elaborate run plays, these reverse sweeps, all this stuff going, but you haven't gotten the simple run plays down, then you've got the real issue there.
Quick shout out to B&O Construction and Galveston College. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to those awesome sponsors here tonight as they are bringing to you this 2nd down.
And we've got 2nd down here, but only about 15 seconds left on the play clock. This is going to be very interesting to see. You guys are seeing 2nd and 10. I believe it's actually 2nd and 5 here on this play. But we'll see what happens. Regardless, Galena Park needs to try to get in the end zone and get some points on the board.
Quarterback Daniel Gomez makes a run. Actually loses about a yard.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Might have been a busted play.
As the clock is continuing to run, Clay, they're out of time to see if they can try to pick up one more play before they head into the half, or if they're going to let it run down.
Maybe going to call a timeout and try for a Hail Mary.
And that will do it for our first half as we see the Texas City Stings leading the way 27-0 over the Galena Park Yellow Jackets as we head into halftime. This halftime will be brought to you from Legacy Collision.
And heading into the half, total dominance so far.
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us.
But it's about more than just winning.
River Dickman from Texas City High School. Go Stings.
You're watching the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week halftime show on Clear Life Media. Presented by Ron Carter League City Ram Chrysler Jeep Dodge, RonCarterLeagueCity.com. United Way Galveston County Mainland. United we will. The United Way Galveston County Mainland is tackling the tough problems in our community. Troy Chase Realty Group. Find your dream home.
Nobody said it would be easy. We do it anyways, and we've been doing it for years. It became our mission, a mission to give back to the community. Because this is our community too. It's at the heart of every phone call, meeting, and sale. Here at Ron Carter League City, our community is you. Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. Ron Carter League City, you deserve it. To learn more and shop our inventory, visit RonCarterLeagueCity.com. Begin your path toward a rewarding career by enrolling at Galveston College. Choose from 50-degree and certificate programs. Galveston College, your home away from home. Learn more at gc.edu.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and you are right on time for our halftime show brought to you by the Galena Park Jacketeers and Galena Park Band. So stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, for the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. You are here and enjoy the halftime show.
sorry, you cut out in the last part. Into the band. Damn, that shit looks good. Shit. I don't want to get nobody's way. Yeah, I saw something first time, but honestly, it's just kind of like wing it. What was that, Chris? Oh, let me get out the way.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We are making a quick transition with our bands, and so thus far we got the 27-0 for the Texas City Stings. I am Todd Moore calling the action here with Clay Roberts. Clay, how do you like the game so far?
And I tell you what, as advertised, Texas City showed up to play. Caleb Bell performing on offense. Been a great game so far for the Stings.
Yeah, we were saying there were, I believe, 3 touchdowns for Clay Bell and then 1 for Bruton for the Texas City Stings. And Galena Park going into this matchup 3-0. I mean, they really have to come out with something big in the second half if they plan to catch up to the Stings.
Yeah, Galena Park coming in as a ranked team, but both coaches were adamant that rankings are just something you look at to feel good about yourself, and neither team wanted that coming in. But I think Galena Park needs to start stepping their game up and really turn this thing around. It's not out of hand, but it can get there. It can get out of reach real quick.
And this is a big game, as this is our first district play game of the week, of the season. And so both teams are coming out fired up because, this could really set the tone for how they are placed later in the season for districts and for the playoffs. So we will see here as we are setting things up for the band, and we are going to check out the Galena Park band. And stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy some performance here from Galena Park.
hope I'm on the way. Oh shit! Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Book your next event, wedding, quince, or party at the elegant Water Grove event venue off Interstate 45 in Dickinson, Texas. Overlooking the Dickinson Bayou, there is space for every event. From the large ballroom to the game room, there's plenty of fun activities for your guests. Visit thewatergrove.com to learn how Water Grove is the destination for you.
You're watching the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week halftime show on Clear Life Media. Presented by Ron Carter League City Ram Chrysler Jeep Dodge, RonCarterLeagueCity.com. United Way Galveston County Mainland. United we will. The United Way Galveston County Mainland is tackling the tough problems in our community. Troy Chase Realty Group. Find your dream home.
Nobody said it would be easy. We do it anyways, and we've been doing it for years. It became our mission, a mission to give back to the community. Because this is our community too. It's at the heart of every phone call, meeting, and sale. Here at Ron Carter League City, our community is you. Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. Ron Carter League City, you deserve it. To learn more and shop our inventory, visit RonCarterLeagueCity.com.
Hi folks, my name is Chris Hoot. This is my wife, Diana Hoot. We're with Who's Hoot Realty Group, powered by Keller Williams of Clear Lake. We're longtime residents of Galveston County. We were both born and raised in Texas City, graduated from Texas City High School. We specialize in residential and commercial real estate. So if you're looking to sell, buy, lease, or rent property, please reach out to us. Who's Hoot Realty Group, the ones who can.
I'm Jayla Medina at Texas City High School, and I'm Student of the Week.
Jayla was nominated simply because Jada is a role model here on our campus. She is everything that we hope all of our students strive to be. and that is involved as she is in the HOSA, HST. She goes out and competes. So that is one of the reasons why I think she is deserving of Student of the Week.
School spirit is important to me because this is high school. I mean, I've been here 4 years. It's important because you wanna have fun throughout high school. You wanna have fun with anything you do, and high school is a big part of your life, so why not have fun? Always want better for your peers, and don't settle, and be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Thank you, Galveston College, for sponsoring the Student of the Week.
Begin your path toward a rewarding career by enrolling at Galveston College. Choose from 50-degree and certificate programs. Galveston College, your home away from home. Learn more at gc.edu.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have about 13 minutes left for our halftime show. We are at 27-0 for the Texas Stings over the Galena Park Yellow Jackets. So in the meantime, you have about 13 minutes left till the action is picked up again. But in the meantime, enjoy the halftime show brought to you by the Galena Park Band. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so as we headed into halftime, the Galena Park Yellow Jackets tried to make one final attempt for a score, couldn't quite make it, came up short, and are currently scoreless against the Texas City Stings. I'll tell you this much, Clay, I mean, the Texas City is almost like a flawless performance tonight.
Near about, and I tell you, we talked early on the first quarter about establishing your patterns, set your narrative, and that's exactly what Texas City has done. They have set the pace. They've controlled the ball on defense. They've controlled the ball on offense through the air, on the ground. And we're especially seeing the former Texas City Player of the Week, Caleb Bell, looking to get another run at that Player of the Week award. And it's going to be interesting. I think Galena Park really needs to make some halftime adjustments if they want to keep this close and keep that scoreboard from just getting more and more of a gap between the two teams.
And as you speak of Caleb Bell, I'd have to totally agree with you. I mean, the first time he won, there was over 30,000 votes for him to win that award. And so this week here, he's got 3 touchdowns to his name. And unfortunately, we don't have James Lacombe of the GalNews.com here to keep the stats for us. But I'd have to suspect that he's broken at least 100 rushing yards. If not, he's pretty darn close to it.
I believe so, and I know that he's also caught a pass at one point. He has been all over the field. He is the playmaker on that offense. But let's not take any away from the rest of the team. Everyone's done their job. It's been good, solid fundamentals from start to finish that have opened the gaps for Caleb to make those plays.
It's going to be interesting to see how Coach Amarantos and the Galena Park Yellow Jackets, how they respond to this in the second half, as this is going to be their first year in this particular district. They've been a playoff team for the last couple of years, and they felt that this district, though, is better suited for them than their previous district. So they felt that the last district was a little bit easier, and they were making the playoffs. But this year, districts are a little bit more suited better for their team. So, but thus far, the Texas City Stings have shown them that it's not as easy as it looks. So,
you know, and he's been a coach. Coach Amaratos has been doing this for over 20 years. He most likely wants these young men to get a challenge up front, so they're not being met with the first challenge in the playoffs. Who knows? This could be exactly what he was looking for. Someone to come out, hit them in the mouth, and make them question themselves so they have room to grow.
We're going to see a lot of questions to be answered in this second half, as you see on the field. got a performance coming up, a pretty interesting setup here. It looks like the Texas City Stings.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help
And
me
enjoy
welcome
this
to you
performance, ladies and gentlemen, and stay with us as we're going to take not a little break, but just enjoy this performance from the Texas City Stings.
The social officers are Secretary Kylie Hearn, New Member Advisor Rayanne Alvarado, Event Coordinator Ariana McGill, Social Media Coordinator Adriana Saucedo, President Isabel Sanchez. The military officers and their partners are Junior Lieutenant Kaylin Hayes and Cruisin' Miss K, Lieutenant Colonel Tava Obungu and Swaggy Surf Curtis, and your Colonel Madison Swain and Beach Boy Black. The JV Stingerette of the week is Abby Stokes. The Spirit Girl of the week is Kylie Hearn. The Varsity Stingerette of the week is Jalen Murray. The Stingerettes are under the direction of Mrs. Haley Robles and Miss Melanie Hubenak. And now for your halftime enjoyment. The Varsity Stingerettes will be performing their dynamic duo routine to Surfin' USA.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what you see right now is the Texas City Band about to perform for you. We'd like to thank the Texas City Stingerettes for their performance. That's what you just saw. And coming up now, the Texas City Band, as they get their set up. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We have about 4 minutes left in halftime. As you're going to watch the Texas City Stings take on the Galena Park Yellow Jackets in the second half. But in the meantime, stay tuned for the Texas City Band.
Benjamin Kia, Michael Johnson, Matt White, Brandon Guerrero, Brianna Hargrave, and Jared Angel. The color guards under the direction of Jacob Baldwin. Section of the week is the flute section. The band will be performing their 2022 UIL marching show entitled Come Together. This includes musical selections from Eleanor Rigby, Come Together, Yesterday, and All You Need Is Love. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Ashlyn Fountain, Michael Martinez, and Lorenzo Lightfoot.
Start the players running out of the tube again? Can we get the players running out of the tube again? Or freaking, yeah. For me? He doesn't have my key on. Watch the cook.
The Sting Band would like to take this opportunity to thank the administration of Texas City ISD, Fine Arts Director Mark Lyon, Superintendent of Schools Dr. Melissa Duarte, and Principal Lincoln Hippolyte. We would also like to thank the TCISD Board of Trustees, our corporate sponsors Grand Prize Barbecue, Dunn Heat and Mainland Tools, as well as our band boosters, parents, and numerous community supporters. We appreciate the opportunity to perform for you tonight and wish everyone good luck in tonight's game and a safe ride home.
All right, what a performance from the Texas City Band. As we are about to kick off the second half, I am Todd Moore calling the action here with Clay Roberts. And we are here for the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. As we are here at Texas City as they host the Galena Park Yellow Jackets. And right now, we are at a score of 27-0 for the Texas City Stings. How do you like that, Clay?
And that's what we showed up to see, right? Texas City showed up to play. Galena Park showed up to play too, but they just got met in the wrong back alley by the Stings.
And a lot of compliments from the Galena Park coach on the well-roundedness of Texas City. And they are proving to be a threat on the offense, on the defense. It's a shutout performance for their defense. You have to wonder, I mean, on the defensive side of things, how can they stop that power back, Caleb Bell?
It's a tough thing to do. You got to get people on the play. You got to get your defenders on the same page and attacking the ball at the point of attack. That's the only way you're going to do it. Because as we've seen tonight, not one person is going to be able to push you down.
You see, as the players make their way to the field, Texas City Stings, head coach Sean Evans, the compliments here to his home field, as he says the Texas City student section is the best in the country. I'll tell you what, Clay, I wouldn't doubt him here as you see the support here tonight.
Absolutely, and here's the thing: they showed up to see a game, and they're giving them a game to watch. It's been just exciting all around. And when you have performances like this, 27-0, you're gonna have packed stadiums like this. And Sean Evans says they're the best in the country. He might be right.
If memory serves correctly, I believe it was the Yellow Jackets that received in the opening kickoff.
Get it.
So we're going to see here the Stings to receive the ball. And correction, earlier I said Sean, I'm going to say Sean Evans, head coach of the Stings, and he has had one heck of a performance here tonight, leading his team to 27-0.
Shout out to the entire coaching staff of Texas City. Great game so far all around. I'm curious what Galena Park is going to do. What halftime adjustments will they make to try to make this a ball game?
A lot of questions to be answered in this second half. Do they have the answer for Caleb Bell and head coach Sean Evans of the Texas City Stings? Quick shout out to our sponsors, United Way Galveston County Mainland and Troy Chase Realty Group, as we have our kickoff for the second half, as it is going to be received at about the 29-yard line for the Stings.
No return there by the Stings. They're going to take the ball at the 30, and they're going to work with the field position they have.
This first down of the second half is brought to you by Legacy Collision, as they are going to spot the ball at about the 31-yard line. Quarterback Joey Duran, number 1 of the Stings.
I gotta think you come out maybe running right here. Try to just keep that pattern that you set in the beginning of the game.
Shotgun formation, faking the handoff and a quick pass.
And look at this. This time, brought down to about a 6-yard gain. That time, Galena Park was on it. They were ready for that quick out screen. We saw them get busted up on that in the first half, but this time they were on it. We're already seeing some of those halftime adjustments be made. You got to establish new patterns here. What's going to happen early on in the second half?
There you see him, number 21, Green. The catch there, about a 7-yard, 8-yard pickup. Second and about 3 here for the Stings. The second down is brought to you by M6 Global Defense. Shotgun formation for Duran. Another quick handoff. This one to number 22, the big man, Bell. Stiff arm right there to about the 50-yard line. And we see a penalty on the play. What's that all about?
See what's going to happen here. It's a flag on the outside, so I'm curious.
They've calling the holding on the Stings, and that's unfortunate. That's going to take the ball back.
And I couldn't hear what the call was, who it was called on, but I believe I saw a coach speaking to Kenyon Parker, number 8. I think it might have been a hold from him on that outside sweep, and that's the problem. When the sweep play drags to the outside, players are trying to get away and get to the perimeter. There's a lot of grabbing jerseys usually.
Repeat, second down. This play is brought to you by B&O Construction.
Not what you want to do on this opening drive here to the second half.
Yeah.
You don't want to get these penalties accumulated early. That's a quick way to make this into a ball game that you don't want it to be.
All right, let's see what we have here. Second and short for the Stings. Another quick handoff there to number 21, Green. As he makes the first down. At about the 48 to 49-yard line. Moving the chains.
Absolutely. Good lateral movement there. He was running hard to the outside on that long sweep, similar to the last play they ran, but he cut back to get that extra yardage, getting that first down.
Spotted at the 49-yard line. First and 10 for the Stings as they lead this game 27-0. It's going to be picking up where they left off in the first half.
And they're already driving early. It's a methodical drive, not a lot of big plays, but bang, bang short on the inside. Just try to get your rhythm back because halftime can kill rhythm if you're not careful.
Once again, shotgun formation. Duran faking the handoff, looking for his target. He's on the move. And he picks up about a 5-yard gain as he is tripped up at about the 45-yard line.
Absolutely. We're seeing a high football IQ here from Joey Duran. I believe that was not a designed run. He kind of brought the ball back, looked at his receiver, saw that he wasn't open, and just decided to scoot upfield. Got himself about 5 yards on the play. Good play by Joey Duran.
The junior out of Texas City. That brings us to about 2nd and 4. The second down is brought to you by Galveston College. And Duran hands off to number 22, Caleb Bell, as he picks up, I believe, the first down.
It'll depend on the spot. They are moving the chains. Good call. They are moving the chains. Good call, Todd.
Caleb Bell, we were saying earlier, if he hasn't picked up 100 rushing yards, he's pretty darn close to it, and I'm pretty sure he's broken that barrier.
I believe so. It's definitely 100 yards total because I know we caught a big pass play earlier, but either way, he is a freight train. Just moving downfield.
1st and 10 for the Stings. Duran looking for his target to number 3, Barutin, and he is brought down at the 27-yard line. Heck of a run there from Bruton.
And I tell you what it was actually the run of Caleb from earlier, because when they faked that handoff, it got everyone to move inside. All those defenders hesitated for just a second and gave Clyde Bruton just enough to get up the field and make that first down.
And the Stings have so many ways to sting you. In the air or on the ground. Handoff to number 23, Maurice Burton. Modest gain there for Burton.
But there is a flag on the play. Not sure what it could be. It was in that pile of bodies. Maybe a hold. Let's see.
Thank you to our sponsors, the Water Grove Event Venue out of Dickinson, Texas. Check them out at watergrove.com. Oh, unfortunately, it's against the Stings. I believe it was ruled a holding. They're going to bring it back.
That's a hold on the offensive line, which means that all those yardage go from the original line of scrimmage. They're going to be about 1st and 20 here. It's going to be up to Galena Park, though, to capitalize on the mistakes of Texas City here. What's going to happen at this drive?
1st and about 20 as Duran on the move, looking for his target, number 8, and he connects.
It was a low pass, but I believe a good catch there by Bruton.
Number 8, direction, Kenyon Parker.
I apologize. Kenyon Parker. I got my 3s and my 8s mixed up, everybody.
It can be difficult to see. All the way up here, guys. Sometimes those jerseys get a little wrinkled up. Nonetheless, moving the ball a couple more yards.
Regardless, good play there by Texas City.
All right, second and about 14 now as Duran hands it off to number 23, Burton. I want to thank everybody that's watching at home on clearlifemedia.com. Please share with us and share with your friends on social media. The game tonight, give a shout out to the player that you're watching tonight. clearlifemedia.com to check out all the action.
You know, a good run there by Maurice Burton. He said Caleb's not the only one that can run. Let me do what I can do too. Get us a couple yards there and make this a shorter third down than it needed to be.
And this Sting offense is a hard package to handle. Threat you from the ground or in the air. It's going to be a big third down. See if they can continue moving the chains, or they're going to be a big defensive stop. If you're going to hand it off to somebody, why not hand it to the big man, Caleb Bell? He just plows his way into, I believe, a first down.
You know, just keep feeding the hot hand. Why not? Caleb Bell is just accumulating yardage. He's putting bruises on this defense. He's bruising the egos of the defense, and he's just pounding the rock over and over again tonight. Keep feeding that man the football.
First down brought to you Affordable Air and Heat. Affordable Air is everywhere. So we are 1st and 10 for the Stings, and they are in red zone territory. Duran on the move, looking for his target. Touchdown, Stings! Nice play there. Touchdown. Clyde Bruton with the catch.
We called his name earlier by mistake. This time it's on purpose. Wonderful play action there by the Stings. They'd set it up again with the run. I said keep feeding it. They said no, and they put that ball in the air. Clyde Bruton with a big touchdown score. Congratulations, young man.
Score is now 34-0 for the Stings. As junior Anthony Sanchez, the kicker from the Stings, looks to seal the deal on that touchdown with a solid kick, and it is good.
And I actually believe the score was 33. Our scoreboard was a little off there, but the score is now 34 tonight. Because we were 27 earlier. Yeah, I think there's a slight. I might be wrong.
We're all set, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us as we take a quick commercial break.
Hi, I'm Anna with Legacy Collision. We are a female-owned collision repair facility.
Treat everybody like family.
We can fix almost anything, and today we are going to fix his bumper up right. 7887 FM 2004, Hitchcock, Texas, just south of the blimp base. Come on down and see us anytime. If you have any questions, give us a call, 409-440-8900, and let's get to fixing this bumper.
And as we are back, ladies and gentlemen, you see push-ups for each point scored. Heck of a job there from Texas City.
The Stings making sure that they get their chest workout in for the day. Lots of push-ups here tonight.
Take a look at the, I believe, the ROTC program for the Texas City. So we have number 46, Anthony Sanchez, about to kick this off from another score. Catch there from number 27 off of the Yellow Jackets, Barboza. He is brought down.
And he's got the ball, though Texas City has the ball. Not sure what happened there. Referees are not calling it a fumble, though.
And goodness, that ROTC program is
oh my goodness,
in excellent shape. Still doing push-ups through this all.
Hey, I'd be struggling too.
Go out there, Clay. Show them how it's done.
Man, I'll get about down the stairs. I'll get winded.
We are 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. You see number 12, Daniel Gomez, quarterback. Another handoff down the middle.
He is stood up right there at the line of scrimmage.
And he is fired up from the Stings, number 18, Diego Battles. Heck of a last name there.
Absolutely, and that's what you need. That's why there's this energy on the field. You have energy on the sideline. When you make a hit like that, you make a stop like that, and you come out screaming, and you get that energy on the team. That's what it's all about, and that's what we're seeing here from the Texas City Stings.
Second play is brought to you by Grease Monkey Oil Changes and More. Get one service, get second at 50% off as the Yellow Jackets are on the move. Number 21, Francisco Martinez brought down Modest Gaden there. That will bring us to 3rd and about 4 for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and that was good offensive line play there. We haven't had much of it all night, but right there, Galena Park got good offensive line play and got that opening there to make this into a shorter 3rd down.
Quick handoff. Once again, 21.
Texas City was there. My goodness.
He's had a loose helmet there in that play. Snapping elbows, breaking tackles, knocking helmets loose.
Absolutely. And that 3rd down stop is brought to you by M6 Global Defense. And where safety is a priority, M6 Global Defense delivers.
I believe the punt unit making their way out on this 4th down. This 4th down brought to you by Texas First Bank. So we have the Yellow Jackets about to punt it back to the Stings. Flag on the play here. See what this is all about.
Looked like folks were getting a little jittery down there. Most likely maybe a false start. Let's see what the referees say.
Oh, they're calling it on the Stings.
Yeah, that's going to give them a 1st down.
So the Yellow Jackets with a good break there. We're at 4:51 left to play in the 3rd quarter.
You know, and these are the things that you'll focus on in practice. If you look at the scoreboard, you say, well, it's 35-0, you know, easy week. But you look at all the penalties. There's been quite a few penalties from Texas City. That's what Sean Evans is going to focus on this week in practice. Guys, we may have had a good game, but we weren't perfect. And that's what we need to focus on, penalties and little mistakes, because that could cost us down the road.
Here we go. 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line for the Yellow Jackets, and they run it right down the middle with a modest gain. Thank you guys that are watching us at home from clearlifemedia.com. Share with your friends on social media all the action that's happening here on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. We are watching the Texas City Stings take on the Galena Park Yellow Jackets. Next week we will be featuring Galveston Ball taking on Sharpstown on September 30th. So share with your friends on social media, clearlifemedia.com. Give a shout out to your favorite football player that you're supporting here tonight.
Absolutely. Let these young men know you're proud of them. And if you got a young lady out there maybe cheering, whatever you got going on, let people know you're proud of them. Let them know that you see them and you know what they're doing.
Solid drive there by number 3, Valderez, as he is pretty close to a 1st down, if not. My mistake there, they're giving him a 3rd down with about 2 yards to go. We're here in the 3rd quarter, 3:29 left in this 3rd quarter. They're hustling their way to get this 3rd play. Oh! Offsides there.
And again, we talked about it. These are the little mistakes. These things add up. You're giving people 3rd downs. You're giving people 1st downs on 3rd down, excuse me.
And we're here in the booth, Clay. If you guys at home, you can't hear some of the coaches here watching from upstairs.
Absolutely.
You can hear them shouting in the other room.
We're between about 4 panes of glass, and it sounded like he yelled in my ear. I know these players are going to get an earful. That's what we're talking about. You can't keep giving players 1st downs on your mistakes.
1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. They hand it off. Ball stripped, but I think the play was declared dead at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be the big focus. There's been a lot of penalties. And the only thing better than a 1st down where you have to get tackled and beat up is one that's handed to you off of a flag. No beat up, no exhaustion, no tired, just first down. And that's what we're seeing from Texas City here late. They're getting complacent, and maybe some of those young players have been subbed in. You know, people getting excited to be in there and jumping off sides, wanting to play some football.
Quick handoff down the middle and running into a wall of Stings there.
Absolutely, and they're still showing up to play.
This third down is going to be brought to you by A&A Machine and Fabrication out of Lamarck, Texas. Check them out. Learn more at aagroup.com. We are 3rd and about 8 for the Yellow Jackets. I'm Todd Moore. We're calling the action here with Clay Roberts. Thank you guys that are watching at home on clearlifemedia.com. Another quick handoff, this time to number 7, Mata, as he does enough to make the first down, moving the chains. The Yellow Jackets, could this be the start of a dramatic comeback, Clay?
Anything is possible, especially in a game of football. But you just saw there again, the offensive line play opened up. It just opened it up, got good blocks on the inside, good blocks, and just walked his way almost to a first down.
And this first down brought to you by Texas First Bank. So we have quarterback Daniel Gomez. Another quick handoff, and they are persistent with this run.
Absolutely. You know, head coach Amarando said, we're going to live by the option, die by the option. And they are just sticking to their guns. You got to respect that in some sense. But again, talked about it earlier, it's not great for comebacks. That clock just keeps ticking down as we're down to about a minute left here in the third.
The second down brought to you from Who's Hoot Realty Group. Buy, rent, sell, or lease with Who's Hoot Realty Group. 2nd and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. And the Yellow Jackets are looking to make it on the board here.
Yeah, and that play went absolutely nowhere. It was almost a fake trying to get people to think that there was a sweep play, and Texas City did not bite on that at all. Stuffed it right up the middle, practically no gain.
It's going to be big third down here, Clay, and you have to wonder if they don't achieve the first down in this play, if they're going to go for it on 4th, because this won't be in too bad of a field position if not.
You know, it's what's the mindset here? Do you demand a touchdown, or do you say we're not getting skunked here?
Oh my goodness, big defensive play there from the Stings. They call a timeout.
Big play there to close out the third quarter. Texas City, standing tall, said, stay out of our red zone.
I'd like to say number 21, Ricky Green, out of the Stings, was able to make that play.
Absolutely. If we can get a confirmation on that, I would like to give credit to that young man, because that was a fantastic defensive play.
Take a moment to shout out to our sponsors, United Way, Galveston County Mainland, Troy Chase Realty Group, and Legacy Collision. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. Take a quick commercial break.
World Gym in Texas City is your new gym. Group classes, personal training, an indoor basketball court, outdoor workout area, and so much more.
Something for everybody to do. You can do it all right here at Texas City.
At 100,000 square feet, there is nothing quite like the largest World Gym on the planet. World Gym, Texas City.
The Ron Carter League City Game of the Week is presented by Legacy Collision. Whatever repair you may need on your car, Legacy Collision in Hitchcock. M6 Global Defense, providing comprehensive holistic plans to achieve safe communities and workplaces. B&O Construction. B&O Construction specializes in commercial and residential construction. Learn more at bnoconstructionllc.com.
Did they pick it up? And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the Yellow Jackets win for it on the 4th down. And let me tell you something, it is close, Clay. They're likely going to measure this one and see if they were able to pick up that first down.
You know, Football's a game of inches. Texas City's saying they didn't get it, but let's see what happens. It was almost like one of those sweep screen passes that they've been trying all night, and it got them real close. The refs are talking about it, and they're measuring.
Get a shot of that measurement, and it is close, Clay. But they're going to give it to. And they need this. This is fourth quarter. They're down by 35.
An interesting way to start the fourth. It looks like Texas City has sent their offense out on. No, they're moving the chains. Sorry, they are moving the chains. So
and the Galena Park Yellow Jackets gain the first down.
Yeah, it's tough to see from where we're at, but it's definitely first down Galena Park. Looking to get into the red zone for, I believe, the first time tonight. Texas City's defense has been staunch tonight.
We are entering into the fourth quarter as the Yellow Jackets desperately trying to make it on the board.
And that was a busted play. That was a busted play.
Second down.
It looked like Daniel Gomez thought about handing the ball off, then thought twice about it, and maybe the running back decided he wanted to take it anyway. There was a little bit of a tussle there, it looked like, between the two players. Can't decide what we want to do. That's why that play didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. 2nd and 8 for the Yellow Jackets, and this second down is going to be brought to you by B&O Construction. As we will see, Coach Amarantos has in store for us here in this next play. And Duran.
He's going to scoot.
Gomez makes the run. He is brought down right about the 3-yard line. Number 12, Daniel Gomez.
A touchdown saving tackle there by Canron Griff. That was the only thing between him and the end zone was that tackle. So it's bend but don't break time here for Texas City. What are they going to do? They've got to buckle down here. They play great defense all night. Can they secure that goose egg on the board?
Penalty on the play. Holding called on the offense against the Yellow Jackets, and that is a heartbreaker.
My goodness. My goodness.
One heck of a run there from Daniel Gomez, only to be called back, and a repeat of the second down.
And heartbreaking, I think, is the best way to put it. You put it perfectly, Todd. You finally get something to happen. You're an inch away from the goal line, and the refs drag you all the way back. Again, it's those penalties. It's the discipline, and I believe Texas City is taking time out here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are also going to take a quick commercial break, so stay with us.
Hi, my name is Ryan Stubbs, president of B&O Construction, located here in the heart of League City, Texas. We offer commercial and residential general contracting needs for all the surrounding areas of Galveston County. Here at B&O Construction, we offer a multitude of services for all of our clients and customers to make sure that we're able to reach and achieve all of our clients and customers' goals. B&O Construction offers quality construction, great value, and honest service. You can learn more about B&O Construction on our website at bnoconstructionllc.com or call us at 832-738-2233.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to repeat the second down. Solid run there called back there from Daniel Gomez as a holding penalty is called against the Yellow Jackets. They have no choice but to shake it off and just continue on. Faking the pitch. Gomez with the touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And that is number 5, Jonathan Rentera with the touchdown score for the Galena Park Yellow Jackets as they finally get 6 up on the scoreboard.
Absolutely, just beat his man deep. It looked like the defensive back, I didn't quite see who it was, kind of got beaten on the play, maybe bit into the fact that it was going to be a run again, and he just got the big pass into the end zone to erase the shutout that Texas City has worked so hard all game to secure.
We see number 18, Oswaldo Flores with the kick, and it is good. 7:35, still Texas City stings. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a quick commercial break.
Please.
Thank you to Troy Chase Realty Group for sponsoring the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Get your dream home with Troy Chase Realty Group and learn more at troychase.com. Over the Top Waffle Shop is now open in Mainland City Center. Fresh waffles, delicious flavors, and all the toppings. Come try it today. Over the Top Waffle Shop.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you see, 35-7, Texas Sting still well in control of this matchup between this first district game of the season for these two teams. I am Todd Moore calling the action here with Clay Roberts. Thank you guys that are joining us live on clearlifemedia.com. Don't forget to share with your friends on social media the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. And we're going to see the Yellow Jackets now kicking off to the Stings after their first score. This kickoff is brought to you by Galveston College. How do you like that, Clay?
And I tell you what, if you're a good coach, and I believe Sean Evans is, then that's all you need right there to be motivated during practice. You guys couldn't protect the turf. You couldn't protect your home end zone. So now we got to go all week, and we got to work even harder to come back better next week, even though you won 35-7.
And the kick.
Look at this, he's letting it roll. That's a dangerous game to play right there.
Picked up there. All right. They're going to rule the ball right at about the 17. Oh, excuse me, about the 17-yard line, and we're making a quick correction on the score as it is 34-7 Texas City Stings. It just changed on the scoreboard in the stadium, so 34-7.
Trying to figure out all night if that extra point went in or not. But yeah, 34-7 is our score right now as Texas City takes over at about the 12-yard line.
Hand off to number 4, David Fuentes, as he makes a solid run. Good about 20-yard pickup there.
Fantastic quick sweep there. And Fuentes just took that ball and went upfield, turned upfield, saw that he had open space, and got a big gain right there.
As he picks up the first down, and this first down will be brought to you by Affordable Air and Heat. Remember, guys, affordable air is everywhere.
Texas City here is going to look to try to close this deal out.
Shotgun formation as quarterback makes the connection with number 8, Kenyon Parker. Kenyon, solid run there.
Kenyon Parker moves the
They are continuing to move the chains.
We're here in the fourth quarter, and I want to say that despite the fact that, we've seen some penalties here and there, we've seen a little bit of disciplinary issues there, we haven't seen a lot of jaw jacking. Tempers haven't flared. Great coaching here. Good job by these young men to keep things civil.
This first down will be brought to you by Water Grove Venue in Dickinson, Texas. Check them out at watergrove.com. And a pitch to number 23, Maurice Burton. As he plows through and continues to move the chains for the Stings.
I'll tell you what, I know Caleb Bell's getting all the attention tonight, but Maurice Burton has made some plays himself. He's a fantastic backup player, if you even want to call him that. I think if he was first string, he'd be doing just as well. He has made some major plays here for this team.
Yeah, Caleb Bell picking up a lot of yards for the Stings tonight, but they are showing that they have threats in multiple areas.
Absolutely.
They are more than just a one-trick pony. Quick handoff down the middle. That is number 23, Maurice Burton again with the pickup. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Stings. The second down is brought to you by Affordable Air and Heat.
Burton will come out this play. Bell comes in. That means that Watch for all those defenders to maybe bite on a play fake.
Quick pass to number 4, Fuentes. Fuentes is finally brought down at the 27-yard line. It's going to make it 3rd and short. About 2 yards to go.
Absolutely, just those quick screens, We actually talked to Timothy Marshall of Galena Park earlier in the week. He spoke about how they love the screens, how Texas City loves their screen plays, and we're seeing a lot of those tonight. They might have known they were coming, but Galena Park hasn't done much to stop them so far.
Third down for the Stings. Number 1, Joey Duran, shotgun formation. Quick handoff to the man, Caleb Bell, as he runs up down the middle. Can he score? And he does. Touchdown, Caleb Bell.
Caleb Bell, touchdown.
Wow, this man is unbelievable.
At this point, you know, if a train leaves the station, just don't get in front of it. It's been the story of the night. Give it to the kid that weighs 235 pounds and say, there's the end zone, young man. And he has found it, I believe, for the 4th time tonight.
And this extra point will be brought to you by Grease Monkey, Oil Changes, and more. Get one service, get second at 50% off. Check it out, and the kick is good. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 41-7. We will be right back.
Vice President and General Manager of the Valero, Texas City Refinery. It's great to have some time to talk a little bit about Valero and the United Way. You know, we have 6 key values in Valero, one of those being caring. And it's not just caring within the team members of the Valero site and the company, but more importantly, it's about caring in the community. Valero believes in giving back to the community, and it's through the funds and the pledges of our employees and the matching gifts that our company does, we're able to support the agencies of the United Way.
Learn more ways to donate to the United Way, Galveston County, Mainland, and your impact on the community by visiting uwgcm.com.
There we see it. Every time the Texas City Stings score, their ROTC program pays tribute with what better than push-ups to pay tribute to these big plays being made today, Clay.
Oh my goodness. And it's one of those things where everybody's having a good time until you got to do 41 push-ups in one night. Oh my goodness. Well, good on you. I'm glad that they're knocking it out.
The arms are going to be burning tomorrow. So we have Anthony Sanchez kicking it off after the touchdown to the Yellow Jackets. As you see, number 5, Jonathan Renteria with the run.
Good return there, good return. Brought it up to about the 28, 29-yard line.
Clay, they're still doing the push-ups.
Oh my goodness, well, I'd still be doing those push-ups too.
What number would you be on right now?
I'd be doing the push-ups from about 2 touchdowns ago.
Brings us to first at about the 29-yard line. There you see him.
Yep, there I am. My goodness.
They're putting in the work here tonight. Good job there to the ROTC program. So we are 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. This first down brought to you by A&A Machine and Fabrication. Quarterback Daniel Gomez with the snap. Quick handoff down the middle to, I believe that was number 21. Mr. Martinez, short gain. It's going to bring it to 2nd and 8.
Absolutely. We're seeing, I believe Galena Park is going to sub in other players here as they go. That option will wear you out if you're not getting yardage on it. It's so much moving around. It's so much running laterally without running up the field.
7 minutes and change to go in this ball game. As you see, Texas City Stings ahead 41-7. We have Gomez with the snap. And a pitch to number 32, Andrew Cortez, as he's making
a tackle.
Yep, solid run there from Cortez, and he is finally pushed out at about the close to the 30-yard line, and he is fired up on that run.
Yeah, absolutely. You see the energy, it transfers. That energy it's infectious. It goes into the sideline. That's what they should have had earlier. He's trying to get it now. It's tough to get teams fired back up when there's this little time left, but he's trying. It's something I appreciate about it.
And they are moving the chains, and this first down pickup is brought to you by Who's Hoot Realty Group. Buy, rent, sell, or lease with Who's Hoot Realty Group. Who's Hoot Realty Group? The ones who can. Gomez now with the snap.
Let me get a boo!
Quick handoff to 21. Martinez once again brought down by the Texas City defense. Never see that crowd that Coach Evans was talking about earlier. The best in the country, the best student section in the country, he says.
Absolutely, and I wanted to call out on the last 2 plays, Caden Teeples, number 54, busted through the line. Even on the big run, busted through the line. And then on the previous play, busted through that offensive line. He's feeling it right now. Even on the big play, he's still out there trying to fight and secure this victory. Go now, second and about 9 here.
Handoff again to Martinez, as that is good enough to move the chains. And I agree with you, Clay. I mean, the Yellow Jackets are all heart. They came into this game 3-0, taking on just a well-rounded, well-coached team in the Stings.
Yeah, absolutely, and head coach Spiro Amaranos earlier in the week talked about how there's a culture that he's trying to implement the change to, how a lot of his players are sophomores, but he's got seniors there since he's taken over that have really filled in for that, that really bought into the culture that he's brought in and the idea of keep fighting, and we're seeing that here. Even with the scoreboard what it is, these guys are still churning their legs, they're still trying to move. Even as we see right there, a first down as they get brought down in the backfield.
Second long. Every yard that they have gained here tonight. Impressed with the heart of the Yellow Jackets.
There's not a lot, you don't see a lot of people hanging their heads, you don't see a lot of people being dejected. The energy's still been pretty good all night, it just hasn't resulted in the plays that they need.
Thank you guys at home that are watching us on clearlifemedia.com. Don't forget to share on your social media this game of the week. We are second and about 11. As we see, trying to make a connection there. Valdez throwing the ball out.
Yeah, Texas City was all over that. It was a fake handoff, play action into a pass play, but the receiver was covered downfield and had Texas City defenders in the backfield. That play was busted up from the beginning. Good play by Texas City.
We are just under 5 minutes left to play in this game. The Stings, their section there, fired up with their 41-point lead over Galena Park.
And this is where you tell your players, like we talked about earlier, protect your house. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says, protect that end zone. This is where you represent who you are.
See that student section that Coach Evans is talking about, he feels is the best in the country. I don't doubt him. But I've seen here tonight, we see number 6, Valdez, trying to make a run for it.
That was awesome. That was an awesome defensive play by Texas City. Everyone that could have touched the ball got smoked on that play. It was a fake handoff to the fullback, smoked. Quarterback pitched the ball, smoked. And then the running back finally gets the ball, and he gets tackled and brought down. Excellent, excellent defense there by Texas City. Exactly what you want to see.
Shout out to defensive coordinator from the Stings, Jermaine Anderson. Performance here tonight from his defensive team.
Absolutely, fantastic game, but you got to believe he's got fuel for the fire here, as they've already scored 7 points and they might give up more here if they're not careful.
That Sting crowd is having a good time here tonight. You see their team well on their way to possibly a victory here. First district game of the season.
And that incomplete pass right there was actually caused by number 35, by Jalen Yell, because he got pressure on the quarterback. There was a wide open man downfield that dropped the ball, and the pass was so underthrown because Jalen Yell got in the backfield and caused that incompletion himself.
4 minutes and change left in this football game. as it is going to be 1st and 10 for the Stings. As they take the ball over at the 25-yard line. See what they do with it here. I am Todd Moore calling the action here with Clay Roberts here tonight. A Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. You are watching live on clearlifemedia.com. Here we go with number 1. Quick connection there.
Just a quick curl right there to get quick 5 yards. Stay in bounds, keep that clock running.
Quarterback Joey Duran, a junior out of Texas City.
And he's played a great game tonight. You know, we're probably not going to talk about him on Player of the Week or talk about any of that, but he's protected the ball. He's made smart plays, good throws. Really good job today, Joey.
Takes the snap, quick handoff to number 4. Fuentes. Fuentes is brought down at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, good job there by Galena Park. They got the penetration at the line. They got to the backfield. They caused them to shift directions and actually force that to be a loss of yardage there on 2nd down.
Those of you that are joining us on clearlifemedia.com, don't forget our game next week is going to be at Ball High as they take on Sharpston. So be sure to check into the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. And then October 7th, we got Santa Fe taking on Nederland. So stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We got 3rd and 3. As we see number 32 there from the Stings, Tristan Korn, as he picks up the 1st down.
You know, and I didn't play much high school football, but what I did play, I can tell you, when you get these moments here in these big blowout games, this is where you really get a chance to impress your coach. You really get a chance to show that you can go out and I can play with those big guys. I can play with those number 22s. I can play with those players of the week because I want to get in there and play too, Coach. And it may not be paying dividends for this year, but again, it's what Coach Sean Evans was talking about. Play football like you're farming. You plant the seed today so that you can water it tomorrow. Show what you got here, and then get ready to harvest that crop here in the coming years.
Well said, Clay. Gaining that valuable varsity experience. Quick handoff there to number 32 once again as he picks up a solid 4-yard gain.
Absolutely, and good job staying in bounds. Good awareness to lower the shoulder and make sure that clock keeps running. Let's get out of here.
That was Tristan Korn there, number 32. Some valuable reps in here tonight. See if they can make their ROTC program do some more push-ups, Clay.
Yeah, I think the ROTC program might be the only people not cheering for another score.
Look at them, they're taking the seat there on the sidelines. You guys can't see it right now, but worn out. All the push-ups from all the touchdowns from here tonight.
Absolutely.
Joey Duran, flag on the play here. See what this is all about.
Looked like a false start there from Texas City. That's going to be the story. That's going to be the story all week during practice. That's going to back him up. That one's clear as day, unfortunately.
That's going to put us at 2nd and about 9 for the Stings. We have 1 minute countdown, ladies and gentlemen, in this Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Receive $500 off for the purchase of a new or pre-owned vehicle at Ron Carter League City. Sounds like a heck of a deal to me, Clay.
Absolutely, and it looks like this right here might be the last play. The clock is still running after that penalty.
Another quick handoff, this time to 23. So he runs into some Yellow Jacket territory. They bring him down right at the 40-yard line. Good run there from 23, Maurice Burton.
Clock is running. We might get one more play here. Wait to see what happens.
They are running it out, and that looks like it's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Texas Stings defend their home turf and walk away with one heck of a victory here tonight, Clay, as they are 41 points to 7. The Stings win their first district game of the season, improve overall to 3-1, handing the Yellow Jackets their first defeat. Clay, final thoughts on the game tonight. Who are some of the standout players that you saw?
Well, I mean, the obvious one would be Caleb Bell, 5'10", 235. The truck found his way to the end zone multiple times tonight. But we saw I want to give a huge shout out to that entire defense, because the defense from start to finish was stout. They gave up 7 points in the end, but from start to finish, they locked down that option and solved that puzzle in a way that very few people probably could.
Well said. For the man himself, Clay Roberts, I am Todd Moore. You're watching it from clearlifemedia.com. Join us next week as we see host Galveston Ball taking on Sharpstown. That's going to be next week. And then October 7th, Santa Fe versus Nederland. And that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night, guys. Awesome to hear from you. And